Yeah, he doesn't like those countdowns. So, hey, whatever. Hi, guys. I'm apparently Mark from Legion of Comics, or maybe I'm not. And this is a live stream at 4:30 in the morning Pacific time. Because now I've decided, as Mark, we'll now use Pacific time for everything on this channel. That's the new real time. So yeah, it's 4:30 in the morning here, and it just shows you that it's real time because nobody on the East Coast is here. Matter of fact, nobody else is here. It's just me by myself looking at you. But I'm not really looking at you. I'm looking at a camera and pretending it's you. Hi. But that's okay. I'm no longer alone. For Izzy versus here.
Actually, I was waiting in the corner. I had to eat my breakfast first, though. So.
If you get up at 4:30 in the morning and to do this show, then you don't have to have breakfast yet. It's too early.
I agree with you, man. How you doing, Rob?
I'm still sick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Fortunately, for the most part, it's just now left to massive phlegm generation. So
Yeah.
a little bit lingering in the chest. So periodically I may mute myself and disappear off camera as I go into a coughing fit, when hoping that the hot coffee will help keep that at bay.
Usually tea is a little better for that kind of stuff.
Don't know what that is.
Tea?
Yeah. See, my family was here during the Revolutionary War, and we got rid of all that shit. And so, as an American, I am required, I think by law, that if handed a cup of tea, I must throw it into the nearest body of water.
I see what you mean, but that must be a rule on the West Coast, because I'm a tea drinker myself.
Yeah, no, it should really. I don't know if you know this, but the Revolutionary War was actually fought in the East.
Yeah, I know.
My patriot ancestor was actually a militiaman out of New York.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is, because that was like the only one generation we were in New York. Previous to that, we were all in Vermont.
Vermont, out of all places, really?
Yeah, they had settled. The original settlers of the colony of New Haven signed my family's when they came over from England in 1638. They signed the treaty with the Indians that established the colony of New Haven.
Good stuff. You learn a lot of stuff here when you're in the Legion of.
Yeah, who knows? Genealogy is an interesting thing.
Yeah, because today we're the Legion of Comics Community Hangout, aren't we? I don't know if you caught the typo.
I didn't.
I was gonna leave it quiet and just put it on a private chat, but then this conversation gave it a good marking opportunity to say it. So, welcome to the Legion of Comics Community Hangout, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I can say I didn't create that.
It happens to all of us. As you already know, it's officially.
Yes. Double apostrophe. I was like,
but then the word official was a misspelling too. I didn't catch that either. So I was like, I
did that yesterday on a contract.
Yeah.
Except, I mean, I was like, it was like the Second Amendment, and I was trying to write second, and for whatever reason, I just couldn't get second spelled right. I knew it was wrong. I'm looking at it on the contract, and well, that's not right. But what's wrong? And it wasn't. It wasn't the autocorrect wasn't popping up saying that it was misspelled.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like that must be like a variant spelling of something.
Yeah. No, I hate that kind of stuff, because sometimes my autocorrects actual words. Have you ever seen that, where you put a word in there and it's like, no, that's the word I want, and it's not in misspelling. It's not anything wrong.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of comic cis gender male. Nice. I'm not a fan of typing things on my phone, so I try. I try very often not to. If I can, I'll go to the computer. That's primarily a disability issue that I have with my hands. But but that's a reason for it. It's like too the auto correction and auto inputting words and stuff. Um, it doesn't always function right, or it changes something you didn't have it any intended to, and you wrote what you meant to write, and
Yeah.
it auto corrects something, and you're like, and now it changes the meaning, and people go, I get the message, and what did you? No, that's not what I said.
I got Tyler wrote, I'm not a fan of smelling. And he wrote spelling, and I think he misspelled spelling.
Spelling, yeah,
Spelling.
yeah. That's because he's a great comic genius. That man. Don't let
There
him
you
know
go.
I said that. That's just between you and me.
He's too busy watching. So I'm pretty sure he already watched. He's already
Of
hearing
course,
what you're saying. He's like, I have something.
he wouldn't believe. I think he might fall over dead if he knew that Rob gave him any kind of compliment. So the
Yeah.
shock would be too much. So I'll go
Uh,
back to complimenting my main man, Freaky Louie.
there you go. Oh man, I'm tired.
Just
When
woke. Give you 30 minutes to hop on, man. I just woke up and I just got here. I rolled out of the
it's
I rolled out of the recliner like this because I was like not well, so I'm not even sleeping in my bed. So I was like, get up out of the recliner, put the coffee on, come here.
yeah. Now is the sun out over there already or no?
No, no,
No,
it's
so
dark outside still. Yeah,
because the sun's coming out over here as early as 5 a.m. now.
yeah, it'll probably start coming up before too long,
Yeah.
but it's still 4:30 in the morning. It's still
Hmm.
nighty night time.
Yeah, we're
I can't even order donuts yet on International Donut Day.
Oh yeah, today's International Donut Day, so the cops are not going to
Or
be.
National Donut Day, I guess it
Nah,
is.
that's probably national.
It's
International.
national, yeah, because it's the international sign of the donut they make in Mars Attacks. But
Yeah.
it's
So the
yeah,
police officers are not going to be doing anything today. So.
there was a big list that came out based on Yahoo reviews or something, basically of
Hmm.
when they compiled some list of the top donut places in the country and limited, like you couldn't have more than 10 from any state, as they came up with like this list or something.
Yeah.
And California had 6 of the top 10 places, and one of them is actually a place that's around the corner from me. Uh, that's just like I mean, it's an institution around here. It's an old mom and pop place that still has like the fryer is their biggest thing is they sell out all the time because they have a small fryer because it's basically like the same shop from the 50s,
Hmm.
and it's got like and it's literally like a hallway that you can almost stick your arms out and touch either side of the wall, and it's got a long coffee bar. That you can go
Yeah.
sit up on the stool and have a cup of coffee and a donut while you're sitting there, and then there's like a little small counter, and it's so crazy that like they'll sit there and go, their glazed donuts are the thing that they're known for all
Hmm.
around this valley. But you can't go in on the whim and just buy a dozen glazed donuts because they
Hmm.
won't sell them to you. They'll sell you no if they have some available, they'll sell you no more than 3 unless you reserved them in advance because they have
That much
people
demand.
yeah, that much demand, and people come in all the time, and they're like buying. People putting orders for massive
Hmm.
quantities of these things. Every time I used to go to a scouting event, people would get people to show up. They'd say like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have Stan's Donuts, man," and it's like, "Oh." People would show up for Stan's Donuts, and all they wanted is the glaze. Nobody cared about
Yeah.
like. I mean, the kids might want a chocolate, but aside from that,
Hmm.
no. I don't even
Yeah.
know why. I don't even know why they even bother wasting their time making any of the
Hmm.
other stuff, other than it doesn't use the fryer in the same manner. So
Hmm.
they're able to do that.
Well, that must be some glazed donut though.
Oh, it's fabulous.
Like, because over
Absolutely.
here, I don't know what's the top donut for us, but we love all types of donuts in this area.
Well, I'm just
What's
saying
up,
that
Mike?
their glazed donut is what's puts them on the map. I'm
Hmm.
personally a fan of maple donuts.
Hmm.
I think that like as a kid you grow up universally kids for the most part are chocolate frosted donuts,
Hmm.
but I think as you get older, it's so you can deviate from that and people start to find their own. And for me, it was maple donuts.
I like old fashioned sour cream.
Wow,
I
that's an
like a good
answer
old
you don't hear
fashioned.
often.
Maybe not sour cream, but I like old fashioned.
Well, all to be old fashioned, it's got to be sour cream because that's how they made them.
Old fashioned donuts to me are always what I'll eat it when it's what's left.
I love them.
But wow, look at that. We got some looking for Evil's Mike saying he wants the jelly filled. Nice.
What's up, Mike?
When I was young, I used to like jelly donut, but now I'm not into it.
When I was a kid, I liked French crawlers.
French curlers I used to like. Yeah, those are still good.
Old fashioned as tops. Freaky
Apple
Lou's
cider,
with you.
apple cider donuts. Those are good. Apple cinnamon too.
Yeah, you know the I was a big fan was actually so Krispy Kreme in October they rolled out pumpkin pie spice cake donuts. They were not a great donut for like in the morning, but they were a fabulous dessert donut like in the evening. At least I thought. Yeah, you know it's funny. Those you can spam those heart emojis something on the side. It doesn't roll through here. We don't see any of it, so knock yourself out.
Yeah, when did that get added? I noticed it last night in Remy Q's deal.
It's been there for about a week or so at least. I know since I
That's
noticed
usually
it.
how long it takes me to notice something.
Yeah. It's like only in the lives, and I think it only shows up in if you're on this side of the thing, if you're like in the proper like YouTube studio live, which I don't think anybody uses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does anybody do that?
I did like back when I first like one of my first lives, I did, and then after that I started going, oh, that's kind of limited in what you can do. And it didn't have a live
See,
chat.
I've never even seen it. I've never been a part of it. I've never seen the YouTube side of it.
I don't know if they've changed it since then, but I remember when I first did my first one of the horrible things is it didn't have a chat. So you had to have open up your chat
Like phone
window
or
as
something.
well or something so you could chat back to people or see the chat because like you couldn't even see the chat. It was like, I don't know, it was weird. But I see hearts popping up from other. Yeah, you probably
I see you can see the hearts when you're because what I do is I have both streams on.
Yeah.
So you when they're hitting the little hearts over, you get to you don't see it from StreamYard. So StreamYard doesn't have any capabilities of doing that kind of stuff.
What's interesting is like so I have the StreamYard here up obviously, and then I have I just pop out the chat window into it. So I take the chat and pop it out into a separate window and have just that up. So and when I look at that. I don't see that those hearts or anything.
No, you don't see any of that
reaction stuff in just the pop out window. So it's only if you have the full screen up. Apparently, interesting.
Yeah, I've never thought of that, but I've never been a part of a stream that wasn't StreamYard.
I have. I've done StreamYard. I've done what's the other stream one? It's associated with OBS. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, well OBS I've used,
but they have their own version. They have their own version of it.
True. Yeah, you can connect direct in.
Yeah,
I used to even use like my works meeting software
mm-hmm.
had a YouTube connector, so I could when some of my early before I started using StreamYard, that was like I was using it for doing stuff but yeah, this is I don't know, this is one thing that StreamYard does well. I wish they they kind of overpriced in my opinion for what it is you get, but
yeah.
But it's kind of like become the necessary evil.
That's how Chip gets you, man.
Yeah. Well, there was another one that I was looking into, and they had a really good price point to it, but it wasn't user friendly. Even though Streamlabs, that was the one. Thank you, Roscoe. It wasn't as user friendly as they claim it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They say, "Oh, this is super easy. Look what you could do," and it was you had the ability of changing the windows and things like that, which I like that part of not having to have the same windows everywhere. Put them where you want to put them and things like that.
Which you can now do here. You can customize.
Yeah, you can customize the windows and stuff like that. But even now, it's still a little wonky. You know what I mean? I get caught up with that stuff. But StreamYard still is the top of the game until someone really comes up with something really good. StreamYard is going to be the one everyone's using.
Well, the one thing that I like about it and what I'll continue to use for it is essentially it works. you can give when you give a link to somebody, and they don't have to be a technical person. It clicks on it, and
Mm-hmm.
unless their camera is captured by another device that they're using, it just works. And I know that's been a big problem, like in the industry where I'm in, my company, doing these virtual office stuff. You'd have back in the early days, there was a lot of issues where people would try to hop on meetings and I can't get my camera to work, or my mic's not working, or how do I do that? You're spending half your meeting time trying to get people to be able to use your flipping meeting platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I've experienced that.
right. And so this, from a platform, where you can get somebody, here's just a URL, they click on it. And I honestly, because I've had a lot of guests on Only Slabs who are Instagrammers only and don't do YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, oh, well, let me get on with you maybe the day before and test it out because I've never used it before. And you go, fine, okay. And you get on there and maybe you're helping them to adjust their lighting, but they hop on and it just works. And that's a huge feather in StreamYard's cap.
I like those people that do come into your streams and they're like, I've never used this before. Let me jump in 5 minutes before the show starts. I'm like, okay.
No, 5 minutes before. That's not the yeah. I normally have people coming backstage about 10 minutes before, anyways, just to kind of go over the show, make sure that they're there, everything else. But no, if they want to try, if they have never used stuff before and they want to troubleshoot, yeah, let's do this before, because troubleshooting can take long. If we're gonna have to be texting in Instagram, if for some reason it doesn't work, and let's be honest, I'm not Chip. I'm not Chip.
Microchip.
No. The running joke was that Chip Getler was the owner of.
Oh, Chip. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made the comment earlier about that's how Chip gets you.
Good morning.
Chip Getler invented StreamYard.
There you go. Oh man.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. It was a different.
I was watching
different
last
topic.
night. I was watching, as I've been not on YouTube this week very much because I've been sick. I was watching a movie that I really enjoy watching, which is Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, and I just was dumbfounded again seeing Chris Jericho show up as the head Klansman.
I saw that movie once. I saw it once, and now that you mention it, I remember that scene. Jericho's a good actor.
I love that movie. I've seen that movie so many damn times, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine. And I'll tell you, but no, yeah, watch it. I don't know why I forgot he was in it, and all of a sudden, I'll get to the scene, and I'm like, oh yeah, Jericho's in it. He's a freaking head Klansman. I'm curious, how did that casting come about?
Well, Jericho's friends with them, and he's I think he's in other movies with them too. With the
I don't know about that. Was he in?
I'm not sure, but he's close with Kevin Smith. That I know.
Well, that would explain.
That surprises me.
Yeah, he's definitely close with Kevin Smith. When he talks about in his podcast, because he has his own podcast, he sometimes talks about his relationship with Kevin, how they're actually pretty close.
Nice.
Because he's from Winnipeg.
Maybe he's
talk about different ideologies there.
maybe Jericho's a big 420 fan. We don't know that.
I think I know he likes to drink.
Yeah. They're connected through hockey. It's about hockey to them,
hockey.
I think.
Well, his dad was a hockey.
His dad was a hockey player. He was born in New York. The name Jericho actually stems from the Long Island town. So that's kind of where Jericho comes from. The origins of the name Jericho. I forgot what his real name is though. But yeah, that's what the origin of Jericho is.
It's Jericho now.
Yeah, I know, right, at this point. But he got the name because there is a town in Long Island called Jericho where he actually grew up in. Because he was born in New York. He's not native born Canadian, even though he is a Canadian. So
nice.
dual citizenship, as they like to say. You got that itch, man. It's been driving you crazy there, Mike.
Whenever I cut the grass the next day, my skin's all on fire.
Oh, you're allergic to the grass.
Yeah, whenever I cut it, at least it just makes me really itchy.
Well,
And thanks to my good friend Pocan Joe, who gave me a stand, I can scratch freely.
now he just needs to get it where it's motorized, where the fingers do. So
Don't challenge him because Joe will do it.
It'd be like that episode of Big
It could
Bang
be a
Theory.
massager. Like, the things you can do that with when it. What? No.
What else can you do with it?
Stay above the belt line, Robot Joe hand.
Don't need you going.
So where's Mark today on this?
I have
Mark
no idea.
Live stream.
He
was up pretty late. I know that.
Yeah, he's probably in bed napping.
I went to bed at like 11:30 my time because Rob Liefeld went on really late last night, and he was on a heater. So I know Legion was there when he was shoving comic books down his pants because somebody said, well, I'll buy one of these, but I don't want to buy any of the ones you've been handling because you're, spine ticking them or whatever. He's like, here's yours. And he shoved it down his pants.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
That Rob, man, he gets wild. Like all Robs. I believe Rob Liefeld should represent all Robs. And since Rob Fatstacks has gone off to blow his nose, he can't defend himself against these allegations.
I understand what you're saying. I'm crazy.
There's another guy that was in the Rob Liefeld pants party.
Yeah, dude, he started off with shoving the books, like, first 30 seconds, hey, let me shove all these books down my pants and auction them off.
I was
complete with Rob DNA.
I was up till about 1 o'clock in the morning my time. So
also shoving books.
Only a few hours ago. No, I couldn't fall asleep. I'd fallen asleep earlier in the evening. Around 10 o'clock, I'd put on Starship Troopers, and I fell asleep through Starship Troopers, and woke up, helped my wife put the dog out, and do all this stuff. And then, I was sitting back down to go back to sleep. I couldn't fall back to sleep, so I found some good old 1938 Flash Gordon serials on YouTube to watch. Somebody had fan edited them all together into one movie instead of the serial clips, and so I didn't have to watch them on Roku channel.
So was it because you're not feeling well that you couldn't fall asleep, or is this just a problem you sometimes have?
It's when I'm not going to bed, so it's kind of a combo. Because I'm not feeling well, I'm not sleeping in my bed because I'm trying not to get my wife sick.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go to bed, normally I fall asleep very fast. But once I put the CPAP on, everything else. But I'm sitting out here in the recliner now, right? And recliners are great for falling asleep when you don't intend to, and taking naps and stuff. They're not great for falling asleep, normal sleep type thing. And so that becomes the problem. So then I have to put the TV on and start watching something until I feel myself starting to drift off, or just fall asleep watching TV or something. So put on some old Flash Gordon.
In the future, Rob, just call me and I will make ocean noises into the phone.
Oh, that's phenomenal, sir.
I'll do walrus noises in the background over the ocean noises. Purring walrus noises.
We got friends, Rob.
I'll just do an Instagram room cat call.
Yep.
It'll be a purposeful one instead of an accidental one. And
are there non-accidental Instagram?
I've never seen a non-accident, except from Mark. I've never seen a non-accidental call.
And they're almost always my iPhone users.
Yes.
Must be the button placement or something.
That's what I've heard. I've heard because on Android, I don't understand how it's even possible to accidentally do it, because the back button is the complete opposite corner. But I guess because iPhone doesn't actually have a back button, or something.
Mine's in the total opposite corner, so there's no way for me. But if I send an individual, if I'm just in a one-on-one individual message, sometimes I hit it there. but I never do it in group chat.
I'd like to think that I will never do it, but if I make that kind of a declaration, I will do it today somehow. But it happens, right? But
Right.
anyways, yeah. So I don't know. I've been, when I'm sick and I'm sleeping in the recliner, I end up sleeping in like 2-hour blocks here and there with hours of being awake that I can't fall back asleep. And
that's me every night for the past 15 years.
Sleeping in the recliner?
No, God, no. I have very bad insomnia every night.
well, it doesn't help any that I'm normally a night owl and an early bird.
Same.
So it's like I don't go to, I usually don't go to bed till around midnight, and then I'm waking up every day, usually around 5 or 6 in the morning. But
see, that's early. See, I'm staying up till like 2 or 3 and waking up at like 7 or 8. So
yeah.
Same. That's like you're like Vince McMahon there. That's a Vince McMahon way of sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon sleeps like 2 hours a day, or something like crap.
I thought that involved paralegals.
And I also squat 1,000 pounds.
But what's nice is normally when I go to bed and I lay down, go to bed in my bed. Once I put the CPAP on, I'm usually out. According to my bed, because my bed, I have my sleep number bed has all these metrics and track stuff. My average is I fall asleep within 7 minutes.
Wow, that's what I would give up a testicle to be able to fall asleep in 7 minutes. It takes me. I'll lay in bed for 45 minutes to 2 hours before I'm out.
Yeah, no, it's something about that with the. If I don't do it without, the CPAP has really helped to do that, because what it is just the being able to breathe, and the way it helps me to relax. And it's got the new one I got because my old one got recalled, and they finally got me my new machine. This new machine's so quiet, like it's just barely can hear anything. It's just a little bit of white noise.
Same. And I've noticed since I got one a few years back, I fought it for a long time, and now it's like, why did I ever do? The quality of sleep has gone up so much higher. Like 5 hours before feels like 10 hours now.
Yeah.
Like
my wife is still struggling on her side. My wife has issues with hers because she has mask issues, but she can't find. I guess she has problems because she can't sleep with her mouth closed or something, so she has to wear a full mask, and so she has more problems with mask fit and everything else. She sleeps on her side and stuff, but since I'll sleep on my back, and I just use the nasal mask, and I
do the nasal as well. It's great.
It's funny. I lay down. I got pillows all around. I got pillows on either side of me to keep me from rolling side to side. One under my knees, lift my legs up, and I'm like out. Super fast, man.
I have 2 fans and an AC going, is what I
I got the ceiling fan going. Yeah.
See, I got the AC going. That's what I got, and I don't really have a problem sleeping. I just have a problem like midnight. So like I'll go to bed. I'm usually in bed early. I'm like a 10 a.m. sleeper. I go 10 a.m., 10 p.m. What I'm saying, 10 a.m. That's a little too early. I go to bed, and then like around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I wake up and I'm just up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then any little slight movement I make, my wife immediately like, stop moving so much. Like I could breathe, and she's
I'm
like,
glad
stop
my
moving
wife's
so much.
a deep sleeper, because I game right next to her all night and stuff, and she's.
We don't have that issue since we moved to the sleep number bed, because they're individual mattresses essentially kind of next to each other. They're isolated, and so although I know the people with Tempur-Pedic have that same thing where they don't have that issue because there's no shaking, but those beds all have different issues too.
The only issue I have with the CPAP is that now my brain feels too alert, like it's getting too much oxygen. And I just, I really don't like it. It makes me scared when thoughts start going through my head.
What I love is,
sorry, Rob.
The old machine I had, the first machine I had, was very dumb. It was very basic. It was just on and blue, and that was like that. And then when Philips replaced it, they replaced it with a much nicer machine now that has a ramp up feature. So it's like when you put it, I can configure so like when you put it on, it doesn't start blowing at the full blow right away. It slowly over the first 20-30 minutes increases slowly over time, so that way you can fall asleep without so much pressure blowing in your face initially. And
Do you have the whole hose, or because I've never
Yeah.
really looked into these, or do you have like the little Bluetooth one for your nose?
No, there's a nose pad, but there's a nose mask.
Okay,
There's a
yeah.
mask, but and there's a
Mhm.
hose that goes to the machine.
And then there's like a little Bluetooth that just goes right into your nose.
No,
Like,
those are nose pads. There's a different.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some people who use just the nose pads.
hmm
I
Yeah.
couldn't get used to those, so I use the nasal
The
mask.
hose would get me because I toss and turn a lot.
Well, that's why
wrap around my neck and I'd
Well,
you,
that's
you
why
probably
I sleep on
won't
my
ever
back.
need one, buddy.
Yeah,
yeah.
but I sleep on my back.
I'm
and that's
just
why
looking
I
at
put-
them.
I have, like I said, I have a pillow that goes under my knees that
Mm.
elevates my legs.
hmm
And then also because of my arm, I have another pillow that my arm has to be on that support it because the pressure of the bed on my nerve is painful. The doctor suggested this. So those things are kind of like, it's almost like a baby. When you have a baby, they give you these little things. Like, you basically put them in the bed on their back, and there's like these pillows that go on either side of them that keep them from rolling over so they don't die. Right? It's the same. It's like the same thing. I'm like an old
like a
baby.
swaddle almost. Yeah.
I'm in these like pillows. I can't physically roll over accidentally.
Yeah.
So, but
So,
good
so
morning, Mark.
All this pillow talk leads us to it. We have a new member here to the Legion. We got Raiden
Oh.
Nation 87. Welcome to the team. Welcome to
back. That's a,
Go Chiefs.
I think it's a rejoin. I believe Raider Nation's been a member.
Go
for a
Birds.
while. Appreciate you hitting that join button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's been weird, Mike. And that's the weirdest part about been sleeping on the recliner for the last 4 days. And then like also not having the CPAP. I've been like, should I take it apart and bring it back out here?
Yeah.
Or I was like, well,
They are a
I'm
pain to
in,
move around.
I'm in the recliner, so it's not too bad. But especially since mine's all connected to my CPAP cleaner and stuff. So, but
Mhm.
I'll take it with. Believe you me, I'm going to take it apart in a couple weeks and take it with me when I go to Heroes Con.
So, Mark,
or Chris.
so good of you to join us.
Appreciate it.
Don't need. I don't. Since I'm sharing a room with Chris, I don't need poor Chris having to listen to me try to sleep without the CPAP or have to wake up one morning to me being dead in the bed and have to break that news to my wife.
So there's an only slabs room.
Yes. Go up to the lab and see what's on the slab.
Oh God.
Well,
I'll show you our favorite obsession.
Just check out. Read to me what's in that upper corner.
Oh, we changed it.
Oh, we fixed the typo?
Yeah.
Awesome. Even though I did like Comacy. Comacy was a good community.
No, I fixed the typo when you called it out. Mark has me on the payroll here for a reason.
Empire Comics, man. I'm happy you liked it too.
no spoilers.
I know, Adam. I know.
Although we did sit there. Yeah, don't even set expectations. I don't need people setting my expectations. You liked it? Yes, no, fine. But don't tell me it's the greatest movie ever or any of this other bullshit because, God damn it, then I'll go in there with these high expectations and I'll go, it was okay.
I just want to see 2099 be a badass. So as long as
he's a badass.
That's all I care. That's all I care about. As long as he's shown good, everything else is fine.
I'll give you that much. He is a badass in that movie.
He's got to be shown good somewhere because sure as hell hasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's
Jesus
all I want is
Christ.
some justice for him.
What's 2099?
It's a year.
Something that my son
it's the cost
might
of a
see,
movie
actually.
ticket these days.
For real, dude.
That's about right.
Dude, I have free tickets and I can't even go this weekend because they don't honor them on opening weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I I'm part of Cinemark.
Uh-huh.
So I pay like
That's what.
$9 a month,
Yep.
whatever.
Oh,
But
you got
but I
the membership program.
Yeah.
pay $9
That's good
bucks a
for
month
this
and I get a
month.
free ticket every month. And
That's
then,
good for this month, though.
Yeah, but you can use it. But I can use those ones on opening day.
See, my theater, nope, no opening day, full charge. Pay us is what they say.
I'll be like, keep your ticket.
The only thing is, it sucks. Is like they do put a limit on like what the value of the ticket is to some degree. It's just like so if you want to go to the whatever their top tier theater, the IMAX with the 270-degree Panaview
They're like
with
$12.99 a
with the
ticket or some
rumbling
shit.
seats and with the no, these are the seats that like start costing like $20.
Oh yeah, I don't have the rumbling seats, but we have the IMAX wraparound one.
Oh my god, it's just like ridiculous. Well, I don't need to see that. Or 3D or all this other crap. I don't need to see any of that.
I don't watch anything in 3D anymore. I
No.
used to.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like it's too much money for something that, for me, just blends in within 5 minutes.
Well, the problem with it to me is usually I don't want to put on those stupid glasses, but what ends up happening is anything that's just on the screen is okay. The depth of field stuff that works fine, but anytime they have stuff that comes out towards you, that stuff just ends up getting blurry for a moment because their gimmick is trying to come out at you in the theater, but your eyes see that and it tries to refocus in a new area where there's actually not anything to focus on. So it ends up getting blurry, and I hate that crap.
3D works great for me. I love doing 3D movies.
Jackass, I think, was the last 3D movie I watched.
This is I don't
That's
have
not
it.
a bad choice.
That's a bold choice. Just have like wieners flying at you.
Yeah, dude, it was wieners and semen the whole movie.
The whole movie.
Yeah.
You must have watched Jackass Forever in 3D.
Yeah, that's the one. I think it was 4. I don't know if Forever was in 3D.
Forever was in 3D.
Forever.
It had to have been that one.
Yeah, they were 3D movies. They had to.
I don't think I would want to go to a movie or admit I'd seen a movie that was nothing but wieners and semen.
Nothing but wieners and semen.
I see, dude. I grew like I've
wieners, semen, and snake.
I've seen like the Jackass crew wieners probably just as much as my own in my life. Growing up with that crew and watching that, I have no shame seeing those dudes.
That's a weird flex,
dude. I have
right.
I also played football for 3 years, dude. I have no issues, dude, with that kind of stuff. You want to walk around naked?
Are you sure? Because it sounds like an issue to me.
No, dude, walk around in a helicopter, bro. I don't care.
Oh boy,
I have no shame.
So who's rooming with you now? No,
my girl, so she could see the wiener for free.
You were gonna charge somebody else?
Oh, of course, bro. You gotta pimp it out.
Okay. Oh, so, Mark, how did Liefeld's thing go after I left last night?
I don't know.
You left too?
Yeah, I popped back in when you sent me that message, that last message. And I popped in as you were like leaving, I think.
Those blood splatter chisels are fucking fire, by the way.
Talking to the wife. At that point, she just got home from work. So I bounced out.
Yeah,
he's a madman.
Old Wolf, there's no rat hunting today. Izzy
it's over.
Tried to tell us that there's continues to be rats ever since his epic journey, but he has yet to produce a single picture.
I don't believe it.
Or video.
It's over. It's over. We're not. There's no more rat hunting.
Yeah.
I'm going to Philly. Maybe I'll find some rats there tomorrow. How's that?
Oh, I have friends in Philly right now.
Yeah.
Go get me
they're going to be in Fan Expo? They're going?
Yeah, 4C crews there.
Okay, cool.
They've got Jim Shooter at their booth, and they got Mike DiCarlo.
Oh, cool.
If you see Jalen Hurts, give me an autograph.
You know what I was hella pumped about? So, I just kind of got excited last night. Late at night, last night, there was a comment popped up on one of my old shorts. Okay, so an old short had from probably like 2 or 3 months ago got in cycle, but it was it was a short that was featuring an original art sketch from Dan Reba.
Nice.
Had done a Two-Face sketch for me on a Batman animated blank, and the comment was from Dan Reba.
Nice.
Saying how great it was to see that I had posted it and that he was going to have another upcoming CGC private thing coming up and to look for details because he'll be doing
It
more.
would funny if he
covers.
just complimented his own work.
Boy, I really know what I'm doing.
Be right
That's a
back. Phone call.
fantastic sketch.
Whatever. I mean, I
Everyone
figured
should
that
have.
he had to have been like searching under what was coming up under his name or something. Because I mean, I don't know how he would have just somehow randomly came across my weird short from months ago. But
That
Still,
that
he was-
happens to people that
I know.
they get these old shorts and like, oh, this is awesome stuff. It's like I posted that thing like 3 months ago.
Maybe he searched his own name.
No,
Yeah.
it does that. That's the weirdness
But it
of
was
the
cool.
algorithm.
I thought it was kind of cool. At first, I'm all, is this really Dan Reba? But then he's pimping out his like upcoming CGC show signing and stuff, and I'm like, oh, who would imitate him to say, hey, I got a future one coming up. Keep an eye out for it. That'd be kind of a weird way to. But
So, Rob, have you gotten on any more commission lists for Heroes?
not yet. I was gonna bring a couple blanks just to kind of see, but I haven't gone active too much active on it because
Some of the prices are just crazy. So I was looking at who Felix has there, and all of his people are live, and most of them are sold out at this point. But the one that gets me is Andrew McLean, who's not. He's super indie and super niche, and has a very what would you call it? Kind of like a Daniel Warren Johnson style, in that it's not for everyone, and it looks different than everything else. But his prices, oh my gosh, like $400 for single figure, like small.
Yeah.
And yikes, man. Yikes.
That's one of the things I have with the commissions. Like they're individuals that I think deserve the price tag. You know what I mean? Like if I look at an Arthur Adams piece or David Finch or somebody like that that's been in the business, is an industry veteran and stuff like that, I could understand that price tag. For someone that's an indie guy who's trying to make a name for themselves, be affordable. No one really knows your artwork. If it's great, that's awesome, but be affordable. That's what drives me crazy about it. And I understand that people, this is what they feel they deserve for it, and I get that. But being
they're all trying to set their market, and the thing is since he went live 2 days ago, he might be close to a sellout. I don't know.
If that's the case, then more power to you. But if that's not the case, then I don't think you should be doing that kind of stuff. Me personally,
no, Legion,
I don't do that
doesn't
kind of stuff.
really happen.
Well, it also depends on how much time goes in. Like I know that I was watching like the live cast when I had Brian Silverbacks did my Lizard. He was streaming while he was doing it, and he was talking about like the cost of the he was charging, I don't even remember what it was, like 180 or something. I don't know, maybe it was 200, but he's talking about how much time it takes to do it, and so what's his per hour rate breakdown to be, on some of those things. But if they want, maybe they don't want to do a ton of commissions. Some of these guys, if they could set them too low, they end up becoming inundated with so many commissions. Like
look at Walt Simonson with a line around the block.
Well, even like somebody's like, so last year we had a commission as part of C3, a feature commission for Deegan Bukuros, who works for Image, does some stuff for Image. He's been working on the Radiant Black and the books and stuff, Radiant Pink, and Scott from Hoarder's Hide won that. Scott still hasn't been able to collect that, and I've been involved trying to help, reaching out from time to time, trying to help him to get it. And he's like, and the guy's Deegan saying like, oh, well, I'm getting to it, but I have my list I got this huge commission list that is of people that are ahead of them actually. And And I'm thinking to myself, man, and I'm on his list for Heroes Con. I'm like, how did you get? If you got so many people that you're backed up on, why are you taking?
Why are you
commissions
taking
for
more? Because they want the
Heroes
money.
Con, man. I mean, it's like, well, because the Heroes Con one, he's committing to having it done by Heroes Con. So it means now that's going to take precedent over potentially Scott's, because we're only now 2 weeks away. If he doesn't have it done yet, I mean, what's
Well, that's the thing. You got to be able to. Some of these guys don't manage their timing, right? So on top of what they have to do is their regular work, right? Somebody, especially the indie guys, they have actual jobs that are not in the community, not in the
no.
comic
I
book
get, and
community,
some of
right?
these guys I've talked to a couple where they've said, man, they realize like that they need to get a handler, because
Yeah,
they're realizing that
they can't manage it.
they when they're trying to do, especially when they're like in they've moved out of the very independent stuff and they're doing some mainstream, and they have their own, they're doing direct sales and they're trying to do their own shipping, their own receiving, they're trying to manage their appearances, they're trying to manage, get actual work other than just the commissions, all these other things. So but I know that yeah, no, so I know I have the Procuros one that I'm supposed to get one there, and I have
I think this is the last weekend to put in a request for Brian Stillfreeze. I put mine in.
Oh,
We'll
that's a
see.
good one.
He's never picked me. You give him ideas. I can confirm that you will never get picked if you put in Speedball, because I've done it 6 times. So this is my 7th
attempt. You want
attempt.
Speedball doing the Speedball?
I don't know. I don't think he'll do it. I'm just getting to the point where I'm really frustrated because I love his art.
Right.
But the selection process is disheartening. But we'll see. I put in a request for Night Thrasher.
Okay, you might be able to get a Night Thrasher from him.
See, so I'll show up. I'll bring a couple blanks that I'll bring, and I'll just look. I'll look at some of like the small artists again potentially. Like I can know Justin Greenwood, who did my Spider-Man and Doc Ock fighting with Doc Ock has 5 arms. He's gonna be there and stuff, and there's always some small guy there that doesn't have a list filled up that'll do something, or that I can leave a book with and have him take it home and do it on his time and ship it with me or down the road. And
I know Essential Sequential opened up theirs today. So Dave Johnson, Ramon Perez, Mindy Lee, Cully Hamner, Brandon Peterson, Tim Townsend, Andrew Robinson, well, Brian, but he's got his own thing, Lee Weeks, Wade Von Graubiger, and Kerry Nord are all open.
Plus, I'm trying to preserve some more of my money for maybe potentially buying a key while I'm there. And I've already committed to an Emberlin.
Randy.
Yeah, but not at Heroes Con. My Emberlin's going through CGC.
Nice.
I'm going for signatures only at Heroes Con at this point. Anything else is just a bonus.
Yeah, I got a few books on my Marvel 1000 is that I have multiple signatures on right now is going to get a workout. It's got I've targeted. There's at least 9 people showing up that were associated with that book. I can get signed that add more 9 more signatures to it.
I forget how to say this artist's names. Leon, he did the Extreme Venomverse. Yeah, he's going to be there, so I pulled those 2 out. I have just a bunch. Huh?
The list of artists is so huge. They're trying to go through
it's a big list.
I tried to go through it and see, like when I was going through it and look cross-reference against my CLZ to see what I had and what was I interested in potential. Oh my god, it was just
Nakayama covers. I want the Flash. This is my main one that I want him to sign. The Flash one.
You're gonna be on a long line for that one.
Miko Swan. And then
Miko. That's why I got to pull out one of my.
I should be on the list. Am I not on the list?
I'm talking about.
Forget whoever did that one.
What are you talking about, Mike?
Well,
there's an artist named Mike Becker.
And just spawn
really
blanks.
cool art. typically there. I just put his link in the description. This isn't a joke. He has an exact.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Are you guys serious?
Yeah,
yeah. There is a Mike Becker. Is he there though?
I don't know. He does a lot of them. He was there last year. He does a lot of amalgam drawings and stuff too. Like he's got a cartoon-esque style art. It's like somewhere between like the straight cartoonist and Roscoe, like the style wise.
I know I've seen his work before.
I want to hit up indie. I'm taking a whole bunch of random blanks and just going to go up to whatever indie artist I think is cool and be like, hey, do this, because I'm sure that's a lot cheaper than going up to one of the main artists.
Around, hey, are you cool?
No, just whatever art sticks out to me. Oh, that's dope. Here, will you draw this on this? No, okay. There's 100 other people that might. But yeah,
my question is, has that Mike Becker's name been put on the list yet?
I didn't see it.
No.
I've been thinking about that guy since last year.
I think I would have noticed if
Mike
when I was
Becker's
cross-referencing. Yeah, I was. What the fuck?
You've been sitting around thinking about Mike Becker?
Only every day. Yeah.
That's how I fall asleep at night.
Whenever something funny happens, some bullshit happens, like I gotta call Mike.
Do you sit there and you count Mike Becker's
jumping,
trying to?
Well, at this point, there's only 2, and I don't know about the other one, but I can't jump.
He doesn't.
I do kind of a aggressive fall.
Mike climbs through the fence.
I do one of these where I put my gut on top of it and then flip over.
Hey, honey, can you lift my leg up?
Usually with a hoops-a daisy.
Ooh, nice one.
Yeah.
This is Mike Becker?
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
That's dope. I like that first one better.
Not my cup of tea.
Mike Becker's not for everyone, Rob.
Yeah, I can see. He's definitely better with his colors.
I like that. I dig that one
Yeah.
the most so far.
Kind of on
Like,
point.
I'm going to say, wow, that's a little head.
Look at the horns. You know what I mean? Like, cartoonist.
Yeah.
Like every one of his characters that he draws has like his take version of them.
Yeah.
The boxer short trunks. Wow.
Yeah. That looks awesome.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. I like his flash.
Good boots. Not feeling that cape. The colors are off, but not bad. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I could see. He's definitely a local. He looks like a local talent.
That's an animation style. That's
definitely leaps and bounds better than anything I could ever do. So
yeah,
that's how I look at art. Art is art. If you're attempting it, then that's all that matters.
If that is your benchmark, then
no, it's not. I
would say that every art is great art then, because my art is awful.
Yeah, that's I'm so bad that most art is great art,
because you don't see a lot of metamorphose.
Yeah, that Daredevil is really cool.
What I'm liking is the fact that he's taking creative liberties. You know what I mean? That's when you're. To me, that's a sign of a good artist. A good artist is a person that decides that I'm going to try something instead of drawing what everybody else draws.
I don't
like how
it definitely makes him his own. Like if somebody else drew his version of these characters, you would know that it was his version.
Exactly, and that's what people are looking for. People are not looking for the same. I'm sorry to say the same Jim Lee copycat. You know what I mean?
There you go, Rob.
Or Rob Liefeld copycat.
Hey. Squirtle looks very weird with flippers. He has hands, not flippers.
Check out Batman's nose, man.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
He's sniffing out crime. Yeah, that's
the Flash poster.
That one.
That movie, Batman's nose kind of does look like that, though. I don't know if you noticed that with the poster. I noticed
what was the dog that could sniff out crime? Was that Scruff McGruff?
Scruff McGruff, Chicago
McGruff, man.
Yeah, 5'2". That Robin's really good. I don't know where Tyler is, but isn't that the Invincible chick?
That is.
Yeah, it was Adam Eve.
That arm is weird on Spider-Man.
No, that
I would know what he does with that arm.
He was trying something. So
that's
what
a
he
fat
does.
Pikachu. I can't get over the flippers on the Squirtle, man. It's really weird to me.
Those boxer shorts are weird.
So the whole pant design is like very Kirby-esque to me. Like
yeah.
The shorts and the yellow stripes on it.
But he looks like he's trying to do an Algamite version of different Supermen.
Let me see if I can find some of his amalgam stuff. He did amalgam stuff for the longest time. I think he was having.
I love that Metamorpho he did, though.
Yeah. Like, look at his X-Men. They look fantastic. Like, with his style to them.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. We're talking about Mike Becker. He has no idea. We're looking at his artwork right now. He's like, someone's looking at my artwork.
Let's get a hold of him.
Oh, wow. Look at Orion. Solid.
That's good.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
So now that's 3 Mike Beckers that you might meet at a Comic-Con.
So if you meet one of them, you've met them all. Just know that.
Right. Well, there's myself, there's this guy, and then there's the creator of Funko Pops, Mike Becker.
All right. Well, there's 2 Mike Beckers all of a sudden again.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that's solid. So
now, does he say what he does, how he does them? If he uses Procreate or something like that? Because these look like Procreate.
That Iron Man looked weird. He likes that one hand, that left arm being bigger.
The Hellboy effect.
Yeah,
look at the cogs on his thighs.
Uh huh. He does not go to leg day, bro.
I don't
look at that. Alan's always putting me over. My gosh. What a guy.
Follow up. He's going to say it's the Funko Pop one.
It probably is. You son of a bitch, Alan.
That Invincible was sick, too.
Oh, wait. There's a photo of him. That's what he looks like?
Oh, there we go.
It's really hard to tell that Mike Becker's a part of it.
Oh, wow. Mike, you've definitely gone through some changes there.
He's got the big amalgam poster sitting right
Wait,
now.
I see he has a Kirby t-shirt on. Oh, look at that.
I'm fatter than he is.
PH?
I wish.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's nice.
But last year when I was looking at his stuff, I'm like, dude, I kind of want this poster right here, this amalgam poster, but I'm like, I don't want to carry anything around with me. I'm a big fan of not carrying shit around. So if it didn't fit in my book bag, I'm like, I'll come back, maybe.
That Legion, he has no baggage.
Now, Mark, I do have a question for you about Heroes Con.
Yes, sir.
I was going through, as I've been going through and sorting through stuff and doing the final organization, I couldn't help but notice that according to your form that you filled out, that you're only going to be there Friday?
No. I'll be there from Friday to Sunday.
All right.
That's the only day you're allowed to know he's there.
I said it didn't sound right. It was really interesting. There were 2 different people.
And don't send my information out either. I saw that in the chat last night. Okay. Do you want me to text you, like you said?
It'd be great.
I give full permission. You can send everything out.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can check Pops off that list as well. I'll just
Pop's not even on the list. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't do forms.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like for me, I don't care. If somebody has my cell phone, that's fine. I can ignore them and block them down the road at any time.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody really becomes
annoying. That's how I view it.
I don't think that any of y'all are going to be annoying to fucking on my
block.
No, I don't like group texts because like I don't know how to get out of them once I'm.
I'll never join a group text ever.
That's why your number is going out. You're going to be putting an SMS.
Oh, that's fine. I can be in the group text while I'm down there and stuff and leave it afterwards.
Yeah, my fear is people will use it the whole time.
Yeah, I would just have to. I'll just mute the notification.
I can't stand having notifications. If I have a notification, I have to go through my phone and clear it.
Same.
Like, it's nothing against the people in the chat. It's like it'll drive me nuts.
Well, and then they having multiple conversations that you're not involved in. I hate
There's
those.
over 30 people. I'm not going in a group message with over 2 people, really. Like, I get flustered at the one that me, my wife, my dad, and my mom are in that she's just for putting my wife's schedule in.
Mm-hmm.
Rob, did you get my request that my number be put on bathroom walls?
Yes.
I thought that was my number.
Yours is going right there with Durs. It's gonna
Nice, Becker.
Good hugs and sad cuddles. Called
Yes. Yes.
For a good time.
not guaranteed to be.
No, mine is always for a discreet time.
It may not be good, but it's discreet and it's guaranteed.
It's guaranteed.
Have a good time.
Guaranteed.
Cry and hold each other in shame afterwards.
Oh man.
I'm not ashamed of what I do.
Yeah. So, yep. The was it so far? You know, it was interesting that I found like there's a couple people who'd listed like the dates that they were arriving and leaving. I'm like, oh, I'm following up with them. I'm going like, are you really coming the week after Heroes Con? You really coming the week before Heroes Con?
I'm going to see what's left over.
Oh, funny enough, one of the 4C people did that. Annika booked her flight for the weekend after Heroes.
Nice.
Classic Annika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor.
And,
sorry.
Alex,
She also, a couple of years ago for Kansas City's Comic-Con, she booked her flight in Wichita, which is the other side of the state. And she's like, what? That's Kansas, right? I'm flying to Kansas. That was the biggest airport. That's because Kansas City's airport is in Missouri, Annika.
Random. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
I would say so. And then we have like some Alex winking. He's not going to come to the community hangout now. He's backed out. He's still going to be at Heroes Con, but he's not. He's got some other events that's more important than us, I guess.
It sounds like Becker's excuse.
Which is what?
Oh, you have other more important things to be doing on Friday night?
No. I had my days confused, so I'm going Friday.
No, I'm just messing with you. Based on our conversation, though, that's how Becker.
Saturday night, I got a group dinner.
Yeah. No, Friday night, I think everybody's going. That's in the list except for, like I said, now Alex, and then there's question about Big Cat. He originally indicated he wasn't going to be coming to the dinner, and then now he might be. I don't know yet, 100%, but.
I'm going for the food, man. That food looks right up my alley as a picky eater, bro.
I was kind of picking. It was one of the. It was weird. So what they had was for their large groups like this, where they'll set out the food and do all this stuff. They had a system where it's like you could pay, like I think it was like $30 or $40 per person, and they had and you pick like two of this, and one of this from these categories. Or then they had this a la carte thing where you could just pick whatever you wanted. And when I started going through it, when I started doing the a la carte, I was able to get like twice the food for the same price. So I just went.
That's how they get you, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, "Oh, this is better because then I can do the wings and the chicken sticks and the tacos and get the flatbread things where there's some vegetarian option with that, plus the, mix up some other stuff and." So there's a variety of things.
Oh, now I see what you guys mean by those emojis spamming. My Friday Positivity 5-minute premiere is going on right now, and it's just spamming 100s and loves and just the whole time.
That's fantastic for the channel.
You do a premiere and you're not even there for it?
Yeah, I am. I'm hanging out. I'm hanging out in the chat. I premiere my Friday Positivity at 8:30 every morning, or on Fridays for
5:30 in the morning.
No. They're like.
Remember,
5 minutes.
When this show first came on, Mark declared that Pacific time was now the new real time because I was Mark at that time. And as the only Mark the only person in the chat.
The only channel, Mark?
The only administrator of the channel present.
Yeah, it was declared that because that was the case that now Pacific time was now the true real time.
Yeah, I stayed up way too late. I couldn't get to sleep last night.
That was the Legion for Mark to ever be a part of Pacific time. Man, I don't know.
Hello, Jack.
I look forward to going, that I can participate in Pacific time because the only way that'll happen is if I'm actually at Rob's house visiting him. Hopefully, one day for the
the third Saturday in July,
the annual get together over Rob's meat.
Would you really do that to yourself?
Oh hell yeah!
Plus,
I want to be there.
Plus, I also
Not
do
like
smoke-
it's not like I'll get like sick and start hugging a toilet. Like I'll just feel like utter shit.
he can sample it, you know,
I'll
because
bring
he'll
like
have.
that'll go south. I'll bring like migraine medication, Pepto, and energy drinks to try to balance it.
Well, like I said, Mark, you
I'm
can
pretty
just
much a chemist.
take it just a sample because there will be like I also do smoked portobello mushrooms and stuff. So there'd be you could do primary vegetables, but have just samples of each of the. The one that would kill you is if we gave you the sample of like bacon explosion. That's the one where your body would just shut down and you.
To be honest with you, I'm not like a big fan of bacon, anyways. Like
The mushrooms,
what's
the mushrooms would kill me.
Ugh.
I'm highly
What
allergic
is
to
bacon
mushrooms.
explosion?
Bacon explosion is
A lot of bacon.
So it's you lay it when you make it. First, you take like 1.5 pounds of bacon and raw, and you weave it like a basket weave, lattice weave, over under. Then you take about 1.5 pounds of a ground Italian sausage and spread that out flat. Spread some seasoning, dry rub seasoning. I use my pork seasoning, and then take about 1 pound of cooked crumbled bacon and spread that in it. Then you roll that sausage up around that bacon and seasoning, and you set that roll then on the bacon weave, and you roll that. So that way you have this nice bacon weave wrapped around the sausage, wrapped around the bacon, and you smoke that for about 2.5 to 3 hours, slathering it with barbecue sauce throughout the process. And then once it's done and you slice it, it ends up looking like a Yule log, except it's just bacon wrapped around sausage.
Did anybody hear that voice whispering to you? I heard a voice that said, "This is how you die."
It's your cardiologist.
Yeah.
I 100% cooked burgers.
I would love to
one time.
try it, but that just sounds like I would die.
No,
It-
dude,
the nice thing is this. Actually,
man, yeah.
it's phenomenal, but it's so decadent. You can't
Yeah.
really eat more than
That's the word
more
you're
than
gonna
Can't eat
need.
a lot of that.
Yeah, but if
I
you
made-
Google it, just Google it, you'll see images of it.
That's what gave me the idea. Is I made hamburgers one day, but for each hamburger, I wrapped the hamburger in like a pack. I used way too much bacon. It was like a full pack per hamburger. I ate a whole hamburger with like a whole pound of bacon. I kid you not, I was like shaking from like cholesterol poisoning.
The first time I set my grill on fire.
The first time.
I've only done it once.
I did because I've now, if I want to do like I've done, instead of ground Italian sausage where I do it with ground beef and you slice it off and make it, and you put cheese and stuff in it and slice it off into burgers. But I did individual burger patties where I had taken crumbled bacon and mixed it into the burger patties, and then had wrapped each burger patty in 6 slices of bacon, and then we slow cooked them over an hour. The problem was when I was indirect cooking them on the grill, is I didn't think to put a catch tray underneath them to catch the grease from all that bacon as it was cooking from scratch, and instead it just went into the bottom of the grill. And so then the next time I went to fire up the grill,
boom,
you fired up the grill.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I ever discharged a fire extinguisher into my gas grill. I wish I could say it was the last time I ever did that, but yeah.
Oh, this sounds like a trend now.
It's not a grill I have anymore. I've long got rid of that grill, but now I'm
that
much
grill doesn't
better.
exist anymore. That's why.
Yeah, well, after the second discharge of, the problem is that extinguisher stuff is pretty toxic, or not toxic, but it's corrosive. And so even after you thoroughly clean out the grill to get rid of all that stuff, it still gets in there and it just eats away at like all the gas tubes and everything else. And these days, the cost to replace a set of burners on a like it was just a charbroil, commercial grade charbroil, so it was only about a $400 grill at the time. But by the time you buy a whole new set of burners and stuff for that, you're all of a sudden you're at like $200 or something. You're just like, oh, well, I might as well just buy a whole new grill.
So, Drac, is there a form I need to indicate for HeroesCon if I want to be invited to your fight against actual Van Helsing?
There's no form for that. If you're lucky enough to be there when it happens, that's the form.
Is that person even still around?
I see them occasionally. They were, they did pop into my chat on my last live stream, and I still have no idea who they are. So, mystery unsolved. Unless one of you knows who it is.
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, Cat. What are you doing? This is Cat Murdoch?
Thought you were gonna say Cat Becker.
Nope. Cat Murdoch,
Is that
also
a
known
cat?
as Murdy.
Are you sure that's
Yes.
a cat? That's not a bobcat or something?
I was muted. I pulled out my one-eye cat Patches, but she's a spaz, so she dipped.
He's the kitty without fear.
No, you're right, Laura. She's a shelter cat, and she's a little wonky and underdeveloped with one eye, so she does not like to be picked up.
So CM Punk's coming back.
He is.
They made it official.
Boy. They're either geniuses for stoking all this drama, or this is just a chaotic place to work.
Welcome to WCW 2.0, baby.
Mark's like, yeah, WCW.
They're just,
I haven't watched last night's show. Was that the Tony Khan announcement?
Yeah, that was the Tony Khan. He loves making announcements.
And they're not very good.
That announcement was made because they're not selling tickets, I think.
Oh, did
Is
you
your,
see the
what
shot
event
from Double or Nothing?
What event is he coming back for?
Collision in Chicago.
No, Collision's a new show.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I was asking. What event Punk?
Yeah.
I didn't hear the announcement, so I don't have no.
Yeah, they officially announced he's coming back for Collision.
Yeah, but did you guys see any of the images from Double or Nothing of the stadium?
Oh man,
the side where the hard camera was virtually completely empty. So they only filled like 3/4 of the arena with folks.
You guys watch AEW. What the hell is going on with Jeff Hardy?
He's not even like cleared to wrestle, which is
that's what I'm saying. Was he injured or is he still on drugs? Like
he's not on.
He was on drugs.
He's supposed to be clean.
That's what I
again
because that was bad to watch. That was those two moves he did.
But he had eye surgery and he's not supposed to be. Somehow he got in there and was doing stuff without being cleared and stuff. But
he was in an actual match.
But he's also those guys.
That's what I was saying.
Jeff Hardy, especially his body is beat.
He's broken.
Yeah, because the last time I heard anything about him, he was doing drugs and getting drunk, and I thought he was.
Well, he was getting drunk.
In rehab. I thought he was going through rehab and sobering up and doing.
He's clearly on medications and stuff,
right
for his ongoing pain every day.
Yeah,
he was drinking and driving.
Right.
Yeah,
I just want to see the best for him because, man, that's one of the legends in my eyes.
He's just one of those guys that he keeps falling off that wagon. You know what I mean? And just
it's unfortunate.
Since we're talking wrestling, and an unrelated topic, is there a more pure sound than Tony Schiavone screaming, "It's Sting"?
Becker was asleep, but I was messaging him. I'm like, 2 versus 5, not fair odds. 3 versus 5, not fair odds for the other guy. It's Sting.
It's Sting.
Sting.
Shivani was like, we even the odds. It's like last I counted, it's still.
But he has a bat. He has a bat, and he knows it.
They need 5 more guys at least.
Don't forget Sting knows tells nowadays.
Did you see they released? You'll be hyped for this, Mark. They released the full gameplay and preview of AEW, the video game.
So what platform are we playing on, Mark?
I'm not hyped for it.
It's
I don't
so.
to play it on.
So I'm a gamer. I got you covered. It's going to be cross-platform, so we can.
We're not listening to Durr stand for Xbox right now. If we're going to play it together,
I have a PS4.
It's going to have to be PlayStation. Now this is.
I just said it's cross-platform.
This is where we need Durr's help. Durr, can PS4 owners enjoy the game with PS5 owners?
So PlayStation 4 games, they're discontinued. No new games will be on PlayStation 4 or
This game
Xbox
is on
One.
PlayStation 4.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
It said it was.
They still are PS4 games. I wonder if it's because of how long it's taken this to roll out.
Maybe because I know.
They started making it in 2020.
It doesn't matter. February discontinued old gen games.
I'm saying that's old gen games. This game might not fall under that since it's been built for so long. It's not like
that could happen.
I'm
looking right now.
After that point,
it will be on PS.
A lot of work.
I've checked a few times.
Yeah, they have to do a lot of work to make them compatible.
You got to get it on Switch, man.
Is it on? Is it called Double or Nothing or Fight Forever?
No, it's Fight Forever, but it felt like Wait Forever.
I think Izzy's right. Despite me only wanting a PS5, I know the Switches look fun and everything, and I honestly feel like that's probably the platform to do it on.
No, on that game, yeah, but if you're serious, the Switch is. Unless you get like an OLED or whatever, basically Switches are melting because of the new Zelda game right now. They just can't handle it. The Switch is so.
What if you don't get the Zelda game? What'll happen?
So the Switch is very niche. If you're getting the Switch, you have to you play the Pokemon, play the like that kind of the AEW arcadey games. Don't try and go for like the pushy games. Get an OLED, bro. Get an OLED. And the only thing bad about Zelda is it's one of the best games of all time, but you can literally just like build a ship out of sticks in the beginning of the game, fly to the end of the game and beat it because that's how the game is designed. Because you build shit. Like you pick a rock up with sticks and you make your weapons with it. It's amazing, intuitive, but you can do crazy stuff with the game.
AEW Fight Forever is scheduled for release on June 29th, 2023 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and Nintendo Switch.
Definitely playing on Microsoft. How do I do that?
I have no idea.
How do I play on Microsoft?
Windows, it's like on your PC.
Did I just go to fightforever.com or something?
You would just download like the Xbox app because it's multiversal. So that's like if AEW was able to play on your phone. Let's say if you bought it on your computer, you can play it on your Xbox, and then you can like seamlessly play it on your phone and stuff walking around.
I just want to wrestle like
all I was saying was they did the first preview for it yesterday. It looks stupid, glitchy, broken, but at the end of the day, it's what we wanted.
Keep talking,
I'm saying it's like the old school WCW arcade game from like the 64 type that style. So it looks fun as hell.
They've been showing gameplay for a little while now. They even showed some on Dynamite a few weeks ago.
Well, they showed like the story mode and all that stuff, and it looks really dope.
Someone said they need to get the graphics and make them look better. It looks terrible. Like, dude, it's intentionally
made.
2K.
Like 2K. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what WWE 2K is for.
64 style stuff.
I don't know anything about AEW, but the one wrestler, his move, he puts his hands in his pockets. You guys know that?
Orange Cassidy.
So like in wrestling games like 2K, all the wrestlers feel the same. Like if you're Brock Lesnar, if you're Rey Mysterio, it generally plays the same. But in that one, each wrestler, like you can put your hands in your pockets and like do his moves and stuff. It's cool. It's little arcadey stuff like that I enjoy.
I'm gonna start a power group with Remy's uncle and myself.
And Burke's cousin.
Yeah, Burke's cousin, Remy's uncle.
A power.
They're forming up. They're forming a tag team.
That guy looks up on stream. I saw Gene Marlowe thanking people, but I want to say thank you, Circumstances, for spreading the love like you spread them cheeks. He gifted 5 Legion memberships.
Nice.
What 8 minutes till the drop of Pop's mystery box. 8 minutes.
1 hour and 8 minutes. Right?
I thought it dropped at 1 hour 8. Damn it! I was getting ready to. I thought it was 9.
I could be wrong. No, it says 10 on here.
No, it's 10. Yeah. I'm just too excited. I'm grabbing one at least, and if you fools let these sit around too long, I'll grab a second one.
Yeah, you got some. I just went and checked this page to verify at the time, and he's got some. Looks like some people in the comments that look like they're after him. There's not very many of them. Only doing 9, and that's a killer price. He came up with these all on his own. He came with that price point. I'm like, that's insane. He goes, yeah.
So
he has
JD
a thing about making sure that he's the most affordable comic seller on Instagram, and I think he's winning that game.
Well, I don't know. Well, maybe on Instagram, yeah, because we know that Remy and Just Pig had a mystery box that was stupid affordable from eBay, but
yeah, on Instagram.
That's right.
So JD Drake is
First
going to
time
be
I've
my
ever
guy.
paid $3 for 500 comics.
The glass is wet, but the hand ain't mud.
Ooh, somebody met Orange Cassidy.
Oh yeah, we met him. We met him.
You met him too?
Oh yeah. So we were. It was in New York Comic Con. He was there. My wife took a photo with him. MJF was there. Danhausen was there. But it was funny because he was roaming the show floor, right? And my daughter went behind him to kind of like sneak up on Orange Cassidy. She was like, boo. And the guy, he no-sold it. He turned around. He looks at my daughter. He's like, you scared me. And he just went right back to looking at comics. So the guy plays the character the whole time. So he's in character mode, which is great. MJF is also great in character mode when he's in the shows, man. So, and I think he'll be in New York again. So New York has a few people already assigned, so he'll probably be there.
So, will you be doing the AEW game?
I'm not a gamer because I don't have time to play video games.
If you were to do it, who would be your? I know Mark's going to do Sting. I'm doing career mode with JD Drake.
You make your own character. You make your own character.
Not as fun.
You make your own character.
Mark will be Sting. I'll be JD Drake. I just wondered who everybody else would be.
I'm being
the world has ever seen.
I'm being Moxley for sure.
Moxley? Not Claudio?
There's just going to be walking backstage in the game. Fixing
All right. The plumber.
I'll just be slicing myself in the corner the whole time.
I believe if you're Moxley, you start bleeding in real life.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
Did anybody see MJF's presser after Double or Nothing? When a reporter goes, so MJF, were you offended that even though you're the champ, your match wasn't last? And he's like, do you mean, am I offended that I didn't get a roll around in John Moxley's dried blood? Nah, I'm good on that.
So wait, he's like the top champion.
He's the AEW champ,
and he wasn't the main event.
No, they decided the Anarchy in the arena match. So it made sense that the Anarchy in the arena match was the last.
There was DNA everywhere.
And just like Tony Khan put it out, this is like the 4th or 5th time they've done a pay-per-view where the world title match wasn't the last match because of a gimmick match. Like, he went down.
Tony Khan hit him with stats.
I guess I can't complain because WWE's doing the same shit right now with Roman Reigns.
No, but Roman Reigns, he got the last match in
but it wasn't even for his title. So I mean, it's a Night of Champions. You mean
what happened with Night of Champions is Seth Rollins actually had to leave.
I can't believe he won. By the way,
no, I'm not surprised he won. I'm not surprised at all, man.
I am. He's got movies to make.
Well, Well, that was a different situation, but he's the guy that deserved the title. He's
100%.
He's the top guy right now.
He can win for now. Nothing says he's going to be holding it for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I assume after he won. I was like, he's probably going to lose it quick.
Look, how much if they come in a situation they got to do any rewrites, he's not going to be shooting any films. They're all on. So
he could be the main baddie in that Snake Force.
Oh man, I don't know what to think about that thing. All right, Jay White. There you go, Beckerman. You got Jay White.
Oh, you would do you would?
Yeah,
do
why
Jay
not?
White?
Do the Switchblade.
It's got to be Drake for me. Nobody else looks like Burke enough.
Yeah. I will say that pay-per-view was weak. It had good matches, but it was a weak pay-per-view.
Night of Champions or AEW?
No, Night of Champions was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised how good it actually was.
I just watched the previews.
It wasn't their
YouTube
strongest pay-per-view. I will say that.
It wasn't their strongest pay-per-view. Those people were injured. The Jamie Hader match, kind of like Jamie Hader's injured, so they kind of just gave it to Tony Storm. Jade Cargill match was good, but I wasn't a big fan of this girl. I like Stat Ladder, and I'm happy she got the title, but I don't like the fact that that's how she got the title. That was a very.
Is she still a kayfabe alien? Or
No,
they dropped that.
They dropped that. So she's no longer an alien, or she is, but she's
an alien.
Yeah,
that was the original gimmick.
Andromeda Galaxy.
Waiting on her papers to come in.
Did she come out with like an alien head, or
some eye
just
paint,
painting it up? Okay.
She paints up and then she boops people like ET or something.
Like Luchasaurus is a freaking.
Oh, gotcha.
The Wardlow match was wild. They don't need to be. See, I'm like I guess like McMahon. I like the big dudes. Like I want to see Wardlow and Luchasaurus have like a straight up match. I know Wardlow likes to hit those. Dude, Big Bill's awesome. I like to see.
Why is Big Bill not getting used? That was a great 3-way match between him, Swerve, and
I like
big man
Trent.
The big men actually wrestle, but I know Wardlow's loves to do these high flying somersaults and swantons and backflips.
Dude,
but I'll be honest with you, me and Finn both were legit beside ourselves and kind of in shock and awe moment watching that 6'7", 300-pound guy swanton off a 20-foot ladder. I'm like,
look, I don't know if it's truly 20 feet, but all I know is this: between him and Hobbs both having gone to the very top of a ladder at this point.
Oh yeah,
I am nervous as hell because one of these days they're going to come into the fact that those ladders are not stable with somebody on the top rung, on the top perch there, let alone someone the size of these guys.
Yeah, when Hobbs went up the ladder, he could barely just climb it. He doesn't have the balance and stuff.
The referee had to hold it for him.
Right, well, the ladder was damaged too, was half the problem. But still, it was, and it was the wrong ladder because it was supposed to be one of the taller ones to get to the thing. But it's just like we've already seen. Sammy Guevara had an issue where the ladder moved when he tried to do a swanton from the top or do one of his moves from the top, and he ended up being out for a little bit. And it's like one of these big guys is going to get seriously fucking hurt.
It seems like more and more big dudes are flying that, though.
Well, then they're trying to compete, man. That's the whole thing.
For sure.
AEW to me is always it's just a matter of time before you see somebody get seriously foobarred with the way some of their stuff gets done.
Well, who's the dude that broke his leg or whatever? Did the front flip off the ladder through three tables, and his leg hit the. Yeah, that was rough.
Well, the thing is, they haven't had a serious injury yet. They haven't had an injury that really killed, either stopped someone cold in their career.
Big E, like that kind of injury.
Well,
but
you see, Big E was a straight up accident, right?
Yeah, facts.
If you look at the move, you're like, that's what did it. It's like, yeah, that's what did it.
That's a big dude to be belly to belly suplexing, though.
Exactly. So,
are you guys talking about former Iowa Hawkeye? Big E likes.
Yes. But then you got the AEW shows where you got these guys doing insanity moves, man. Like I'm, you know what? This whole Moxley thing with the screwdriver,
right.
I'm not a big fan of that because,
Is he actually using it on him though?
well,
No.
he's not.
Right.
But you know, you get my point. He's like you're stabbing a guy with a screwdriver. I think you're going a little too far there. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's that whole Carney GCW thing. You know?
Oh, I was just getting ready to mention that. I watched what is it? The it's on Hulu. Dark Wrestling.
Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring. One of the ones was like the GCW like
Yeah, that's
hardcore
last season or something.
champion.
Yeah.
My God, dude was taking light bulbs,
Yeah.
shattering them, and like razoring. Dude got like a piece in his stomach. Wild, bro. I forgot how hardcore.
Yeah.
I forgot how hardcore that stuff
New
was.
season just started up when they did the Chris Candido, Tammy Lynch.
Yeah.
That was good. I like that they featured Chris. You know, so much of that stuff always features on her, and you know, he really was. He was like the precursor to all the wrestlers that are popular now. He was that mid-sized guy that was doing stuff, and nobody. What powerbomb from the top rope? Who
He
was
was
doing
underrated,
that?
man. Candido was so underrated, man.
I thought it was the stuff that Corny was doing was pretty damn good. His interview.
You can tell the amount of love he had for Chris. And
yeah,
it's a really well produced show, in my opinion.
I thought it was
yeah.
funny.
Corny was on there. Lance Storm.
After AEW
God,
on Wednesday, they were doing the whole the Hulk Hogan Gawker report. So I ended up watching that afterwards. I don't know if anybody saw that. After AEW, they were showing the Hulk Hogan Gawker story when he was suing Gawker. But I just thought that was funny. They were like, "Oh, look at that! Now we're gonna watch some WWE on an AEW show." But Chris Candido. Going back to Chris Candido, man, that guy was so underrated. You know, I think it's part of the way he looked wasn't sellable to some people. You know, he had a very
it was
dorky
the era.
look.
It was the era he was in.
Yeah, but he was very
had to have
dorky
that look.
looking, if you know what I mean.
Well, but today he would be a top guy, and at the time he wrestled, he wouldn't have been able to be because it wasn't that era yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it's a mix of look, style, and also how they got used when he got pulled up, right? So
now his talent would get him over.
Yeah.
And if he was still alive today, he'd be a great mentor and coach, I believe.
Well, that's what ECW was, right? That was the whole purpose behind ECW. A lot of people talk about ECW as hardcore wrestling, but man, they had it all. Man, they had the luchadors, they had the technical guys. But it wasn't always about.
They had Paul not paying
Candido
people.
was there. That's what you said. All that Candido got out of that was a bunch of crippling debt. But since, as far as this, who you'd play on this game, I think that for me, just because I love his dad so damn much, I'd have to go with Hook.
Okay. The thing about Hook that I can't get over is one, he looks like a child still.
Yeah, so, he's very young. So
and the other one is the weird nickname. What's the nickname I hate, Mark? Cold-hearted handsome devil.
Yeah.
That is the dumbest nickname ever.
And when they do it in Spanish and they're all El Guapo Diablo.
Yeah. And then you got shoved on. It's that cold-hearted, handsome devil. Like what?
Yeah, no.
Do you want to buy him drinks or something, Shivani? Like,
I'm glad.
He's definitely like super young, and you can tell that the dude hasn't even filled out his body what he's going to grow into at some point, right?
Wednesday night he was getting beat up, and I was waiting. The thing I really wanted to see was how they were going to explain Taz watching his son get gang beat in the middle of the ring,
and not
Taz let it happen. He doesn't care.
But you know what I mean? Like
he'll probably be quiet or something like that.
Well, immediately Hook got saved. Right. But I would have liked like at least an acknowledgement of Taz standing up in his chair, like this isn't right, or something.
Right.
So
exactly.
I have a question for you guys because Hook is what's his name, Danhausen, that the dude that's painted up. That's the dude who I first was like, okay, found out about AEW because I didn't start researching, and I still don't watch it, but I watch the YouTube recaps and the interviews and stuff like that. But Hook, for me, can you please explain that? Because for me, that looks like, how is that dude getting paid to be there? He, as a wrestling fan, that dude looks.
He's Taz's son, and he was legit.
He's Taz's son.
That's what I said. Nepotism.
Yeah, and he's a legit grappler.
Yeah,
is he?
I mean,
okay.
Yeah,
he was
as somebody outside looking in and just looking at his presence and what they were doing, how he was just not talking and just standing around. I was like, this dude looks like he's 16. Why is he there?
Right. Yeah.
So
he is very young. He for the longest time he was just a silent guy who was hanging out with Team Taz, observing, and he was practicing with them and working out, but he didn't have any matches. Then when they slowly been doing some matches here and there, but is he a good wrestler?
He's high school state wrestler. I mean, I think he was all state in New Jersey, which is a pretty competitive state to be an amateur. So
I wasn't sure. I just seen his persona.
If you watch him in a ring, look, aside from the fact that sometimes they have him with some people that you go, wow, the size difference seems a little bit odd, but his matches, his first couple matches, I remember seeing him. I was like, my jaw was on the floor. I was going, yes. This is what we need to see.
So what they have with him, I think the problem with him is that he's being billed as he's a big guy. He's obviously not a big guy. He's billed at 200 pounds, even though I don't think he's that. Because
like a $150, it looks like.
Yeah,
he's not a suplex submission specialist.
But he's a good grappler. And the thing is, they're not building up the grappler; they're building this mysterious type of figure.
But they're building him like a tiny Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, they really are.
They made him like the suplex machine.
Well,
Red Rum, he's got that. He's got that
he's
submission.
Suplexes, and he's using the Red Rum, which is essentially the Taz mission. Yeah.
Oh no, right. I used to love the Taz mission.
And let's face it, the guy got looks. They love the way he looks.
Yeah, he's a good-looking kid.
He's a good-looking kid.
I mean, when he
looks great on Instagram.
I didn't know he was Taz's son.
In another 3 to 5 years, when he grows in to fills out the rest of his body, dude's gonna be pretty big.
He's 24 right now. There's not much left.
Yeah, he's filled out, man. He's like a 3-year-old dog. It's done growing.
I still think he'll
bulk up a little. I'm sure he'll bulk up.
Yeah, the next real growth he'll get is when he hits 54 and gets that inflated. That's what he has to forward to.
His hair is way more than the rest of him.
I enjoy watching his matches.
I love when he fixes his hair.
I was just curious because, like I said, I've never really seen him wrestle. I've just always seen him standing around, being silent, and eating chips. Is what I've seen.
Yeah, that's just eating chips.
When you watch matches, he's probably one of the few that's actually wrestling.
Gotcha.
And when he was with Danhausen, I think that was a really cool synergy they had going for him. I don't know why they kind of.
Taz does not wrestle anymore.
Yeah, Taz has bad.
Taz isn't wrestling; he is on commentary.
Yeah, he even recently said that he has no desire to go back in the ring.
I loved 2 weeks ago when Sabu showed up for no reason.
Oh right.
Taz was like, "Oh God, I know this music." Yeah, you do, Taz.
But
that was cringy as hell in the pay-per-view. Is watching that old man turnbuckle onto a table.
It didn't make sense because you had Sabu, and then in the very next match,
at least he's wrestling.
Another referee. You had
and there's no connection to Adam Cole.
To be fair, Sabu wasn't a referee; he was an enforcer.
An enforcer, I know.
Special enforcer.
They're always special enforcers.
Was he the same kind of enforcer Mike Tyson was when he was yawning in the corner?
I guess so.
Other than the fact that he lived in Vegas and they didn't have to pay for travel or hotel, there was no reason to have Sabu involved in that match.
Nope. Well, and he probably could use the payday, but
I'm sure he took the payday. That was for sure. But it was like the only connection would probably be Jericho was in ECW. That was it. That's literally the only
Yes.
connection.
Is Jericho still around in AEW?
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Is he? I don't watch it. I don't watch.
Jericho's still doing his thing.
Jericho's the top guy, man. What are you
Okay.
talking
I didn't know. I don't, like I said, I
There's
don't really watch.
there's a power group called the JAS. That's the
Mhm.
Jericho Appreciation Society.
He's gonna wrestle
you would
until
know-
he's 60, bro. 100%.
You would know his
gonna be like
contract
Flair.
goes to 63.
He's gonna be, dude. I've been saying it for years. He's gonna be like Flair and just go till fuck forever.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing
He's
is if he
good,
can't
man.
physically do it
Yeah.
anymore, it won't matter because he just moves to the booth.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
he's legitimately good. He recognizes his strengths and weaknesses. He plays into them.
He's the showman.
gimmicky. He knows. Yeah, he knows.
He's been
He knows
putting
how
over
to
younger
switch up
talent.
what.
so.
Yeah, he knows how to switch over immediately to get a draw if one thing's not hitting another. And like Rob said, he's there to put other people over. Man, he really is.
Mhm. I
And
used
he's
to
a
love
fast
Jericho.
Rob
when
looking like
he-
an idiot.
Adam Cole's coming back from an injury, so what do? Put him in a program with Jericho. Put him in a top spot
Nice.
and put him with someone who's they know is going to take care of him. You know.
I love.
They don't
Jericho when he
have to
first
do
came on
too
the
much.
scene.
They don't have to break tables and pull out furniture because
Gotcha.
He doesn't mind being a joke. You know what I mean? He's like, use me as a joke.
Mhm.
I
he's a
just
wizard.
I just
He's
can't
a wizard.
I can't stand listening to the dude anymore.
Yeah, we got.
I love
so
Jericho.
long.
Love Jericho.
Love Jericho. Love
I
Jericho.
used to, but see, I
Day one.
fell off
Wizard.
Jericho years and years ago.
Go
Dude,
off of it when it was white.
WCW
Yeah.
Jericho was pinnacle Jericho.
Oh, Jericho
Yo,
Holic.
Dean,
Yeah, dude,
yes.
that's when I used to love the Jericho Holics
Dean
and stuff like that.
Malenko.
Amazing.
Dean,
Now
you're a disgrace to your dead father.
I
Loved
got
it.
1,001
Loved it, dude.
codes. Let me show you the Saskatchewan
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
armbar.
This is a good point to bring up too. Esteban says he's going to see him this Sunday. He's going to be playing with his band Fozzy. So just check out any episode of AEW when Jericho comes out. He plays, and Becker pointed this out.
Yeah.
He plays his own song being sung by him, and he
Judas.
walks out to it while the
crowd.
entire stadium sings it to him. Like there's not a quiet mouth in the stadium. They're all just
How do you get more over than that? Which is a crime that he's the bad guy, because really, how are you going to go up against the bad guy?
Loved
Like
it.
even Adam Cole, who the crowd wants to cheer, when you're up against Jericho, like he comes out to the whole stadium singing to him. That's hard to come back from as the babyface.
He loves every moment of it. You know what I mean? And you can see
And I
he's
get that, but as the heel, he's kind of he's in a weird spot for where he's at in his career.
Well, I
Well,
think
what's
he's
funny is
got
they'll
that-
come out with them cheering him and singing to him, but then they'll boo him in the match. They'll
Yeah.
he's got it worked out somehow.
he's a tweener now. He's what they call a tweener, where he's like, we love to hate you, but we still love you. You know what I mean?
We
Jerry,
appreciate,
that was
they respect and appreciate what he does. The fans respect and appreciate him for what he does and how he does it, but understand that he's the guy to boo.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? He has the right
had
guys,
to manage
too.
that. He had to manage that in WWE on that final run of his,
Mhm.
where he's supposed to be the bad guy to KO, but the fans wouldn't have it. They were still cheering him.
And
And
he
he
flipped
just
it.
turns and he's like, "You're not hijacking this for me, you stupid idiots."
Well, he also flipped it on KO, right? With the festival of what was it?
Mhm.
Festival
Friendship and
Friendship.
Mitch the
They
the
flipped it.
ficus. And,
Oh, that was awesome. The painting. Remember the painting?
only Jericho can get a ficus over. Mitch.
But you know what? The
Mitch
guys-
the ficus.
what I was gonna say is that the guys that are with him now, Daddy Magic and what's his name?
Cool Hand Luke.
Those
Daddy
guys,
Magic. I like that.
Jake
Those guys
Hagar.
are gonna be awesome, man.
Jake
2.0.
Hagar in that stupid purple hat.
I love my hat. I love this hat. But
Who else is in it? Anna JAS.
at a JAS?
And
Sammy-
Ty Conti.
Sammy Guevara.
And then the dude with the cone.
Is Sammy Guevara still in the?
Yeah, he
Jericho?
is.
Yeah,
But he
still-
doesn't come out with that stuff anymore. But he's still
Because
he
they're
never got
doing
kicked
a
out.
program
Daniel
to
Garcia has kind of
move into
filled his
that.
role more. But
Daniel Garcia, that's the other one. That was the one I couldn't remember.
I think it's funny that he started dancing now. Danny Garcia dancing now.
Because
Garcia's got resting moop face. Like that guy just looks like a moop.
But I'll be honest with you, that guy has some serious future potential, like with his technical skills. Like I didn't give two craps when they did that program with Brian Danielson, but by the end of it, you can be like, yeah, this kid's got some chops. Like he really does.
Let me see Daniel Garcia and Let's Get and Hook together.
They already did that. They had that. They had a little program.
Hook is so misbooked. They just need to they need to separate their giants from their miniatures. You know what I mean? You need to have like a cruiserweight division.
I don't think they want that. I don't think they want that.
I like seeing giants toss around some miniatures once in a
do
while.
too, but when you do it every week,
It's every match. I'm not down.
Why don't we get more Luchasaurus?
I think they're working.
He's hanging out with Christian though.
Yeah, that's a good team.
Yeah, but he doesn't even
still on
anything.
AEW, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think that's they're overstaffed kind of problem. You know, that's why they have to do matches like, you know, you have Christian fighting Wardlow, but really, you know, we're about to watch Wardlow and Luchasaurus do the spots because Christian's older. You know, some things they manage well.
But I
our
like
top
Christian as a
row
manager.
here. Our top row all watches AEW, and unlike myself, who has the most free time, with you three guys, do you think you'll be able to watch 3 shows a week for AEW?
I'm gonna watch Collision on the tape. I'm gonna watch it.
No, I don't even mean that. Like I know Rob already; he's watching all his wrestling recorded, right?
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much.
Explain to me what they're doing because it's just one show right now with the.
It's another show.
There's 2
It's
shows.
another-
There's 2 shows right now.
There's 3 shows. They got 3 shows. You got.
Well, YouTube is gone. They shut that down weeks ago.
Well, that's what he's saying. They've had 3 shows. They've had their next division. You know, they do that on YouTube called AEW Dark Elevation. They're canceling that, and they're just doing 3 shows that will air on television instead of 2.
So
on
Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays.
Yeah,
And that's
There will
all
be
the
an
main
So-
roster shows.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
times like that.
Well, that plus then for me, I'm also watching the WWE stuff too. So
That's what I was curious, Rob, if you were going to be able to keep up with it.
because the WWE that's 5 hours, and then you're talking about another 5
Well,
hours.
Rob watches a lot of recaps, not just watching through the whole programs all the time.
Yeah,
No,
I,
I
do that
I
too.
understand.
I do watch them. There's a lot of times where I will catch myself at this time, like when I start finding myself, I'm not up for it. I'll skip through some of the stuff and kind of watch it in fast order. Certain matches I don't.
Oh,
care
that's
much
me.
about.
I'll get through a Raw match
There's
in
also
10
been
minutes sometimes.
There's occasionally times where I'm just going
That's
like, you
what
know what?
she said.
It's been
Yeah.
2 days and I haven't had a
Facts.
chance
Every
to see
time.
this yet. I'll just watch ups and downs and get
Yep.
what
Simon Miller.
and then move on.
Well, that's how I am too because Raw is hard to watch sometimes. It's
So-
3
I
hours.
think it'll be better now that Seth won the title.
Well,
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
even
it has
that,
nothing
no,
to do with
it's-
it. It has to do with the fact that it's a
The-
3-hour show.
It's a
Oh,
3 hour
and
show.
the-
That's
the
why
fact-
I skipped through half of it.
And the way that WWE fills their show,
Oh,
instead of
God.
filling it with matches, they fill it with endless recaps and replays of
Yes.
something that you just saw 2 seconds
Especially
ago.
if it's a pay-per-view, you're getting 90% of the show is going to be a
And
recap of the
some
pay-per-view.
some stories that are pretty good that have been going on, and some that are just thrown together really quick that make no sense. And, it's
And
like,
then there's the women's division.
yeah, so what ends up happening with Raw is the best thing for me on that is usually when I don't watch it the day it comes out because
Same.
I can't Hulu won't let me fast forward through the commercials while it's still recording. I have to wait till the show's done. And out here, the show's not done until 11 o'clock at night. So I'm not gonna.
Oh, so you're watching you're watching a recording because it's done over here at 11.
He's in the Pacific time.
Yeah.
No, that's why I said when he says it's done at 11, it's done at 11 over here too.
Oh, that's a good point. So it'll be done way earlier.
Yeah, but your 11 o'clock is 3 hours ahead of mine. They tape delay it here.
That's what I was saying.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
They delay it.
Correct.
That's
So
what you get for living on the
USA
wrong
airs
path.
it during the same block, no matter what time zone you're in, essentially for us, East or West. So I end up watching it the next day, either recorded and or I'm fast forward through shit, or I watch the Hulu the Hulu one, which is only like an hour and a half long, because they've removed all that commercials and they've removed all the.
They don't do picture in a picture for the commercials.
Oh God! Thank God they don't. Not like
Oh, dude, you had to watch the filler at AEW.
So,
Sorry,
you don't have to. They only run commercials during mid matches, though.
So,
okay.
So you know you're not missing nothing. And when I watch it, like I typically turn on Dynamite like when I'm laying down at night on Wednesdays, and I'll turn it on, but I'll start it from the beginning, and I'm able to fast forward through the commercials if I want to while it's still recording or not.
Yeah.
And I can watch the picture in pictures if I want to, or fast forward through them otherwise. But it's the entire show length of content, though. They don't.
WWE does do some of that. They've started doing a little bit here and there, but not to the degree where AEW does constant picture in picture for commercials.
And they do it all the time.
They even got to the point where, like, when I was watching this week's Dynamite, where at the end they're freaking or maybe it wasn't this week's, maybe it was something, a different show, where they're promoting some upcoming event. It was this week's Dynamite. They were promoting the upcoming schedule for their Saturday show, and they made that the main picture window and took the match that was going on and moved it up to the window. Well, this is an ongoing match, and you're not doing a regular commercial, and you've sit there and you've taken you're promoting this shit.
Well, you got to keep in mind how commercials work, Rob. They're not like
paying.
Which one of these will have this, and which slot exactly will this go?
That's the Mountain Dew match with this guy. They're paying for it, right?
Look,
the best commercial ever was John Moxley and Nick Gage and the pizza cutter, and then they went to a Domino's commercial.
Nah, bro. WWE slayed with the Seth Rollins commercial being the Joker. That's my favorite.
No, this wasn't intentional, though.
Oh, okay.
Jericho and
so Nick Gage, the bank addicted drug robber,
fire.
Took a pizza cutter.
Nice.
Fire.
Ooh, putty.
I still have your COA for that, Remy, where it was sent to me instead of you.
Yeah, that was the he was fighting
once
Jericho.
a year I bring it up. That's all.
I figured that was you asking for it nicely.
That wasn't me asking for it nicely. It was just the closest thing I had.
So what I end up
wasn't wrestling related. Hey Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Last thing. What I end up doing,
buddy? Let's talk about those awards for a second.
Yeah, I watch it at like 9 o'clock, and then I can fast forward because I'm using YouTube. So I don't watch the commercials. I just go, and sometimes I watch in between the matches too. Sometimes these matches are not worth the time of my time, so I just go to the last 5 minutes.
The only time I see commercials is during the Super Bowl. Other than that, it's just Hulu ads or stuff like that.
Yeah.
My favorite commercial of all time. Hey Brian, what's going on, man? How you doing?
This is the real breakfast with Brian.
You know what's great? I love how Remy's looking. It looks like he's actually looking at Brian's window instead of his camera. It's like, hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Brian. Hey, Dirt. What's up, man?
Hey, bro. Am I looking the wrong way? Hey, man.
Oh, there it is.
Thor on black paper.
I forgot about that. I swear I wasn't trying to bring it up.
Thor on black paper. I love that.
The actual certificate for Remy's. So
What's funny
I think
is
wasn't it Nick that we got we won these from or something?
I think you got it from Nick, and then
Or DJ
got it from you, and then Lee from Whack Comics won it, and Price tagged me on it.
That sounds like
Nobody wanted it but me.
It sounds like you're doing contact tracing on your venereal disease of who you need to contact. Well, I think I got it from DJ.
Yeah.
You got it from
DJ had the giveaway. I know that for sure.
It's
you
contact
might want to
tracing.
get tested after Heroes Con.
Yeah.
That comic book's been passed through the Illuminati, Tyler through the Illuminati.
And to make it more confusing, my LCS won one, and he's like, just ship it with Mark. So there's stuff just going everywhere. The COA ended up with mine. Funny thing, a COA didn't come with my piece, but the COA for Remy's piece did.
So somebody else got yours. I didn't get any COA. So
I feel like we're all connected.
hold on, maybe I did.
You could just make your own COA.
I don't even remember which one I got at this point. I believe that my LCS. I remember the LCS. I think got the Wolverine one because I've seen it in the store a handful of times.
No, I got no COA.
No COA. We're about 30 minutes now until the drop of the Pop Addicts mystery box.
I better get one.
At 10 o'clock, you just go over there to the post. It'll go up and claim a number. You have a 1 in 9 chance of winning the grand prize. Those aren't bad odds.
What's your favorite number 1 through 9, Mark? Since I know you won't be purchasing one. 4?
Yeah. Just by default. It's my wife's favorite number, so I just
7 forever was my jersey number.
All right, I'm going to do 4. See if I get the luck of the Legion.
And in terms of the grand prize, Pops didn't even want to know what the grand prize was in, so he had Michelle, my stepmom, number all the boxes and stuff, and she knows, and he doesn't want to know just for fun. He's just having fun with it, kind of thing. He doesn't want to know until people claim them, and once they're claimed out, she's going to tell him, so he knows at that point.
That's a good way to do it. I like that.
What's Michelle's favorite number?
That's the real question, right? But he was telling me that, I'm like, Pop, what are you talking about? I want to know who wins it so we can kind of watch to see if people do unboxings. He's like, well, she'll tell me when they sell out. This makes no sense. But I get it. He's having fun doing this, putting them together and all that. They are
somebody asked how much.
They are $50 shipped. That's 50.
It's a good price.
It's
40 bucks for $50.
It's 17. It's $17.10 to ship one of those flat rate boxes.
I just did it yesterday.
There you go. It is $17.10 to ship one of those.
On the dot, bro. With $100 free insurance added.
Ooh. Which size? Medium?
My priority ones. Just the standard priority box. It's a one size fits all priority. I think it was a medium one. It was $17.10, and it comes with $100 free insurance.
You went to the post office?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you just the straight up USPS prices are $17.10 for those flat.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not talking about using a third party shipping company or anything like that. Just the actual price of it.
Yeah, I just go to my post office.
Rob, you still use Pirate Ship? Is that your go-to? Yeah.
Yeah, the medium flat rate box would have cost me like 14 something.
Nice.
To answer House of L's question, I'm trying to look at the label. It's Infinity War Prime #1. It's the Lupio Perillo version.
Fire Thanos.
9.8. Yeah. So exactly 30 minutes, he's going to put up a post where people can claim a number. He's hoping that they'll just go ahead and get bought and sold. He's going to ship them today if they sell out. Like as soon as they sell out, Pop ships like the day people buy stuff. He doesn't.
That's awesome.
He's like
I'm aware.
He's still like he's a very efficient person. He's a very efficient person.
Love doing business with that guy. I bought a lot of comic books from him.
Yeah, it's a super great price. You get a lot of books, and if you get that grand prize, it's even better.
Daddy, can you please open this?
Absolutely, homie.
Yeah, no, Brian. Yeah, I like that they not only the ability to to get the price, but I like the fact that you can compare UPS and US mail pricing on those things. So, like, especially when I'm doing international shipping, because sometimes it's cheaper for me to ship US mail. Sometimes it's cheaper UPS, depending on where I'm going. So
right in there, go in there.
I'm getting taxed for shipping now because my LCS screwed everything up and got caught shipping thousands of books media mail. So now my post office will not accept media mail basically whatsoever. But if they do, they open the package, and if they're comic books, they deny.
You shouldn't be shipping it media mail anyways.
Right? They sent
wasn't supposed to be doing it.
Right, you can send like 1 or 2 books media mail or something like that. Like
why
one
would
package.
I do that to somebody? Why not?
You can send some comics media mail. Some you can't. Some qualified.
They sent a whole thousands, dude, media mail.
Just that if they have
short-sighted.
valid advertisements in them, you cannot send them media mail. Trade paperbacks and stuff like that don't have advertisements, which even then there's still. Most of them do because they'll still in the back cover advertise like other books they have.
That's what they told me. They're like, well, trade paperbacks still don't count as media mail. I told them, I was like, a lot of trades have ads in them, and they're like, well, not necessarily. I was like, most of the time in the back they do.
You didn't say all of them. You said most.
Right.
Most of them do.
Media mail gets trashed. I would never ship anybody comics media mail.
Every time I've shipped media mail, they've always arrived beautifully.
So this is a special edition Death of Superman that was only available from having the DC Ultra tier membership.
I remember when you got that.
And it does not have any ads in it.
Gotcha.
I don't even understand though,
why. I mean,
the amount of money that you save, at least as an individual like you, Durs, you don't do enough shipping for it to really make a big difference.
Well, media mail's $4.99 and regular shipping's $13.99, so it does make a huge difference.
For context, if you send
it depends on the weight, doesn't it?
That's
my
$100 a month you save.
I mean, if you do flat rate priority mail, which you can, or even Rob, what do you ship an illegal?
Well, I use the legal.
How much is that?
Legal
like
flat rate
$9?
envelope. It cost me $7.90 to ship priority that way. And if
I'm also a noob in shipping, and like I wouldn't.
You're using a discounted third party.
I wouldn't trust myself using like
I'm using
an envelope or something
if only
like that.
There was a forum where you could like go to this website and it would show you videos of people like Rob, maybe even showing you how to ship things.
That's what I use.
I don't know what that would even look like. I don't even know what that would look like.
I've used that video
Rob's
many
done
times.
That video, by the way.
I just don't trust myself to ship in like a folder or something, or like an envelope.
Well, now
it doesn't go
stubborn.
It goes,
and you don't want to change.
The books get stacked, they get bubble wrapped, they go into a Gemini mailer, and then the Gemini mailer slides into the legal flat rate envelope.
There you go.
Gotcha.
And again, there's a video you can watch this on.
I also I don't trust, like, even in a Gemini mailer,
video.
I still feel weird.
Why?
You still feel weird obeying the law? The
No. I'm
of the
OCD.
USPS?
No. I don't want things to get damaged. That's how I am. I'm just super OCD.
If I take a look, there's a certain amount of mitigation, right? So if I take a book and I put it in bubble wrap, and then I put it in a Gemini, and then I put that Gemini into the mailer, right? The Gemini is purposely built to help protect the comics.
Right.
It's not 100%, but it's purpose built for this type of stuff. When I ship it then priority, it's not going ground where it's getting tossed around for each station along the way. It's getting on a plane and it's going to that final. So it's getting handled less, which means that there's less chance of damage to it during the normal process. So
just to interject with that, with what Mark's showing, because I just take the Gemini and just ship that without putting it in that. If I put the Gemini in that envelope, is that cutting my cost down?
If you're shipping it priority,
making it more.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it depends.
Let me rephrase that. Depending upon your zone. So if I was shipping, say, to somebody in Oregon or Utah, it would cost me less to ship them priority without the flat rate envelope, because I'm within one zone of there. But most of the time I'm shipping to people on the East Coast. So zones kill me, and this saves me a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean,
are you swung yet, Durs?
Labs on a Saturday, and I received the package from Rob on a Monday. Priority mail, no
People
problem.
aren't getting it quite that fast anymore because now that I'm doing Triple G show right after my show, I don't get a chance to immediately go from my show to the shipping table and get it generated and get it out that
Yeah,
same
if you
Saturday,
shoot stuff on a regular basis, it definitely is beneficial to get on like the system Rob's on. Just subscribe to Pirate Ship, have a printer.
And Pirate Ship doesn't cost anything to.
Yeah, that's what. But you do set up an account with Pirate Ship, get a printer. Rob just does everything right there from that room, and they pick it up off his front porch.
I have a regular printer, just a regular old printer. All you do is you create an account, sure, and you link you put your payment in there, and that's it.
Gotcha.
Then what's nice is it has a database tracking all stuff. When I want to generate commercial invoices, I can do it all from within there.
Now you're losing people. It's simpler than Rob sounding it right now.
And it's never gonna get your package searched by USPS your media mail crap
not
does.
Media mail, no.
And that pisses me off when sellers send me stuff with media mail because it's like you're threatening my package here.
What if they send you a Matina slab via media mail?
Oh my gosh. I couldn't bear to think of a Matina getting lost in the system.
And
I had somebody send me media mail and the package, I got a notice on my door saying that there was $23 in postage due because they had looked at it and realized it wasn't fucking media mail. And it came after me as the receiver for the extra postage.
Yeah.
And I refused it because I had paid the shipper on eBay $20 shipping. He said he was going to ship it priority mail, but instead he had shipped it fucking media mail.
Shippers do that all the time on eBay.
Yeah, the media mail stuff. It's just telling me you're a clown and you don't know what you're doing.
I think we got to check in with Chris.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I shipped a lot of stuff media mail, and not one package has ever been damaged, and it saved me a lot of money.
Yeah, and I've traveled in cars with drugs before and didn't get pulled over. Doesn't mean you should do it.
I mean, same, probably a lot.
I mean, Chris is in his car right now drinking a beer.
Here in Canada, we just walk everything that we give to everyone.
Through the snow and into the snow and all that.
So now that it's 6. Now that it's later in the morning, how many of you guys did anybody here have their donut for donut day today?
No. I hate donuts. I'm
not a strong word, man.
You're just trying to piss me off today,
dude. Donuts are so bland and blah.
That's like the fourth time he gets kicked out today, isn't it?
It's because I'm too honest, man.
Well, the point is now we keep them out.
Favor. Pick up your donut and ship it to me media mail, and I will eat it
for sure.
Obviously, I had a maple donut from Tim Hortons.
I have.
Make sure it has a COA, donut in box.
But as somebody who's indulged a lot in his life, I used to have the munchies more than the average person, so I used to eat more donuts than the average person.
Why are you saying
kid on this panel saying
I don't get the munchies anymore, bro? I'm experienced.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Clearly, I have a laissez-faire policy when it comes to.
I'm
snack.
the skinniest here, but I probably eat more than all of you combined, and snack harder than all of you combined. Like last night at 3 in the morning, I ate 2 pieces of cookie cake, a giant thing of chocolate milk, and
hold on. Remy's flick of the head there was pretty good. Remy's just looking down.
Dude, wait till we go to the dinner, bro. I smash.
Wait till your 30s. They're gonna be very, very.
I'm 33, bro. When I'm 45, I'm gonna have diabetes all the way. I just have good metabolism, so like I'm enjoying what I can eat now. And then when I have to take shots for my blood, whatever.
Dropped heavily last year, like noticeably. Like it's one of those first times, like outside of just getting like body aches, where you're like, dude, I'm starting to see signs of actual aging. But my metabolism dropped drastically about a year ago, and I had to kind of adjust the way I was eating.
Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm enjoying it while I can.
You start getting old when you look at the curve of your step and you said, "Can I make it?"
I felt my body was letting me down when I started to sweat while I eat. It's like, what? This isn't a workout. Why am I sweating?
It wasn't spicy food. It was just regular food, right? It was like
it was just regular food, like meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and I'm like taking my shirt off, and change into a dry one.
When I drop something on the floor and I go, "Hey, kid, can you come back?"
Oh, for the dog.
Well, bending over to pick stuff up is a young man's game.
That's right. It's like,
same with turning your neck in traffic. Like I can't be checking blind spots. My neck hurts.
That's why I got a car that has
Gotta risk it.
and has a backup camera. I can't be doing.
I noticed an issue when I got into the car, and then I had to use my hands to hoist my left leg into the car after I had sat down. I can get my right leg in, but then my left leg gets stuck outside, and I have to move it as if it was
meat sweats are real. That is fact.
When you go to get a rental car, you rent certain size cars because the smaller cars are just too hard to get in and out of.
When you actually have to use the handle that's in the window, they're like, "Oh, okay, now I gotta get out."
I've stopped lowering myself into chairs. I just flop and let that work out.
My wife's car, I feel sometimes like I have to almost roll out of it. It's like
it's basically like the leap of faith from Assassin's Creed, more sad and a lot heavier breathing.
When you actually have to turn your body to get out of the car, you're
I
like,
hope the chair's still there.
Yep.
And then if the chair's done, if it just goes and you're laying there, you're like, well, I'm done. I live here now.
This is how I die.
This is it.
Back to work for me, guys. Have a good one.
Hey, take it easy,
Later,
Chris.
brother.
I was embarrassed.
Chris is leaving because he has to leave the car.
The birthday.
We should have had him stay on camera as he got out of the car.
So Chris, come on, get out of the car. Let's see how it works.
From now on, I'm going to judge people how they get in and out of cars.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the birthday dinner that Angel took me to, she surprised me and had some friends there, and there was a booth. And we get in the booth, and the first thing I did was try to push the table away from me, and it didn't move. And then I realized
this is going to be can we get a table instead of a booth?
Like, I'll sit there.
Yeah, those are the worst.
It was like in a certain part of the restaurant. And so
it
was one of those, like, I had to like bring everything to my face because I can't. There's no moving. I'm stuck here.
I hate booths because
that's when you do the belly lift on top of the table.
Yep. You go, and then you're like, and then.
If you could just place the plate on my belly, please. I don't care how hot it is. It's fine. I got it.
The problem with booths is it seems like it's always either the table's too freaking close, or it's too far, or the back of the chair is way too far. And I'm not a guy who's got great core strength that can sit here and support myself upright for a long period for a 2-hour dinner or whatever without having a backrest. I need. So I cannot stand, like, I got to sit on the edge of this booth table thing, free, holding my own self upright while I'm trying to eat food that's 1.5 miles away.
That's why I like eating at Mexican, like real Mexican restaurants, because no middle-aged Mexican woman host has ever sat me at a booth. She knows the deal. She takes me to a table.
Right.
They don't ask. They just know. They're unapologetically honest. Like, she's like, here. And my wife's like, oh, can we have a booth? And she'll like look at me like, can you believe her?
Angel likes the booth. I'm trying to get it to where you have the booth chair combo. So you have like the 2 chairs that can come out, and then you have the booth on one side.
The round table booth, the round table booth.
Yeah, you just stand off the side. You're letting go. Oh, you guys all need to go in because I ain't going in.
And then you just sit outside of the booth.
Right.
So everybody's in the booth, and you just have the one chair that's right outside the table.
Yeah.
Because God forbid if somehow you're the one who has to slide around to the back,
just yank the table out at that point and walk in.
The other day, I was mad at myself because I forgot my belt buckle. And I was like, what's wrong? It's like, what's wrong is the pants fit me just fine. It's after I finish eating where I want to just like loosen that pant. I can't do that because my pants will fall.
I think I'm at a suspender stage because belts aren't even doing it anymore.
the problem is you take your belt out, you look at it's like all warped and distorted now because the leather's been mutilated.
You know which kind of belt you got to get? You got to get the Velcro. You ever seen the Velcro belts?
They don't make them in my size.
Oh, they make them in your size. Trust me, Becker. Yeah. They make them in your size.
If you see a size 50 out there in the wild, you send me a picture and I'll buy it.
Just Velcro 3 together.
Because I'm pretty sure a size 50 Velcro.
Now, give me a second here.
See, I have an easier issue. For me, all I wear these shorts that I get from Duluth Trading Company, and they come with a web belt with a plastic clip on the front, and that's like all I need. And I go through airports and don't have to worry about anything with that.
Yeah, that's nice. That's the best part. You don't have to take your belt off when you have.
I don't know. They don't. In fact, when I take the because each pair of shorts has its own belt. So when I done wearing them and I'm going to wash them, I clip the belt together so it doesn't come off in the wash and just run it through because it's hard to actually weave through the belt loops.
So they got XXX.
Did you notice how the two thin guys left?
Yeah. No, I got nothing to add to this conversation.
That's why I left
the wrestling. It's just the herd now.
I had nothing there, but you're going to talk about fat guys. I got a bunch of
fat guy shit. Yeah, I mean, this is the panel right here.
So Beckerman, it's on the private chat right now. The Velcro belt, $14.75 Amazon. You get it by Sunday.
And that's a size 50 because XXX ain't size 50.
Up to 52, baby. Up to 52.
All right. There
you go. It does say 52. Yeah, it does say 52.
All right. I'm buying one.
Hey.
This was the problem.
I didn't know if this was going to be a Rat New York situation where we think it exists, but we can't find it anywhere.
Now, hold on, though. This is a Velcro belt. I don't know if I'm into that because then you have that.
But isn't that like the sexy thing when you're with your lady and you're like, hey, honey, shh.
Yeah, that's what Joe wants to hear is me like rummaging myself around and like
come on, it's like a championship belt now.
Well, it's a warning. She knows when the pants are coming down. Then when she hears that Velcro,
there you go.
Yeah, my belt
there's
will be big, so it's going to be for a hot minute.
To it.
It's going to be like. That's how long it would take me. They'd be like,
I still like the suspenders. I think Becker's like the suspenders.
Now because then he can sit there and he can walk around the courtroom. Wow, I'm just a small town lawyer.
Oh yeah, suspenders.
Yeah, that's just fancy.
I'm just a small town bird lawyer.
Whereas with the Velcro belt, you have to sit there and go, "Excuse me while I whip this out."
Farley Kelly.
Oh, there's another one of the skinny people.
Here's another one. They got the belt loops. Have you ever seen the belt loops that you use the loop of your fan to hold the belt to hold it?
Austin.
Yeah.
Those are the thing too.
Well, with suspenders, Beckerman could add flair to the suspenders then too.
Got the buttons.
Yeah.
I think for heroes,
there's a lot of different looks you can go with suspenders. Like 1920s Irishman, like with the white shirt underneath,
like Seamus.
Top of the morning to you,
maybe
boys.
You could get some. Maybe that's your next tattoo. You can get some suspenders tattooed to go with your bow tie.
You get suspenders like the way Big E wears his singlet. That they're huge suspenders, but they're not the real.
Do you mean former Iowa Hawkeye Big E?
There you go, that one. Yeah, exactly. You get like a 5-inch suspenders. That's how wide they are. They're like, hey guys.
Oh, the suspenders like you get at the logging supply store.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the tractor supply store, or whatever. Where they're like ratchet straps.
It's not that it's that I just got off of work. Man's work.
Those are working man suspenders.
Make sure they're nice and tight there.
It's that I just cleared
tarp on the back of my truck.
All right, that's what happens.
That's right. When you pick up a load, you can take your suspenders off and use it to cinch down the.
You cinch down the wood.
Yep. Keep everything.
I like the idea of bandolier suspenders.
Around the corner.
But instead of bullets, I could just have seasonings and sauces for my
Hey
food.
now.
Maybe a spork.
Have their own pockets. You just put the. Oh, you let me get that.
Well, no. What you have to have, Mike, is like when when I would go to competitions and I have my chef's coat on, you always got to make sure you have the pocket that's got a couple different thermometers in the in the pocket there, so you can pull out the thermometers like I'm ready to start probing meat.
You just got to wear the emo pants with like 100 zippers on it at that point.
No,
with
no,
the
no.
suspenders.
Yeah. Weirdly
combine
enough,
them.
there's
Combine
emo
them.
pants don't fit me.
Combine them.
That's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the chef pants. When I'm wearing the chef's coat.
No, the big bell bottom ones is what I'm talking about with like the 100 zippers on them.
Straight legs afterwards.
No,
Yeah, not the tight
better.
skinny ones.
You know what they need to bring back that was fat guy friendly? Jenkos.
Jenkos.
Boy, those roomy pockets that I can store stuff in.
I've been waiting 25 years,
Why I
my
wear
man.
cargo
Bring them back,
pockets.
please.
I'm ready.
Never underestimate the power of cargo shorts, baby.
That's where I live, Rob.
My thighs never felt restricted.
Cargo.
Just easy breezy.
Duluth Trading Company is my friend.
Walk
I do
around.
Duluth as well.
Is he wearing?
Do you guys
shoes
like
or
their
is he not?
boxers?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I heard nothing
They're
but
expensive,
awesome
but I mean
They're
they're
worth
worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah. They
absolutely.
come in big size though, Beckerman. They come in
Oh
big size?
yeah.
Duluth
Who are you
Trading
talking
Company?
to? I said I wear them. I'm
So
bigger.
I'm just making sure.
we're going
Well,
down
I don't
this
know
route.
if how tight you wear them. That's what
I was gonna say,
thinking.
you guys boxers, or are you the compression?
They're-
like
they're-
compression
they're-
ones? So
they're,
which one you
they're-
doing?
Did you just take those
Oh,
off to show us?
I think there was a
No, I
stain on those.
Those are yours. They have a variety. They have different types, but you do boxer briefs, and then they have the one with the cup for your balls.
Gotcha. I like to have everything
Yeah,
nice and
there's-
secure.
They're boxer briefs. Is what they
Gotcha,
are.
for sure.
When you're our size, you need boxer briefs, and you
ready
need to have
on
the cup to
point.
keep your balls out, so you don't get chafage all the damn
Put that
time.
one back, Remy. Put that one back. The skulls.
I got one similar, but they're pumpkins banging.
They're boning.
They are.
Ah!
Yeah, no, the thing that you'll find, Roscoe, with Duluth, man, everything they have there is pricey, but everything is really high quality and ends up being. I've been from shirts to my cargo shorts to the underwear, whatever. Everything I've gotten from them, I've been so super satisfied with.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Oh, I couldn't.
But
see
it is
this
one of
for a
those
second.
things like where like the underwear was something like it was like, okay, I'll buy like 3 pair, and then like next month I'll buy another 3 pair, and it was like because it could, or else you had to wait for it to be like on a big special, because they were they can if you try to like buy like 10 pair at once, all of a sudden you're like, okay, well I got to mortgage the house.
God.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I'm looking them up right now, and I'm like, okay, well, they're like 20 something bones a.
Yeah, you have to
Up to
definitely
$30.
want to wait for when they're on sale or if you have a coupon code. What's great though too also is I'll tell you what the funniest thing is I love getting their catalog in the mail. Their catalog is funny as hell to read. The descriptions and stuff they use when they write that stuff, they got people to just turn into the skids and just go like.
What is this? This one looks like it has. Oh, it's logs. I thought it was cinnamon rolls, but they're. I would have.
How do you feel about cinnamon rolls, Adam? Are you okay with those?
Not a
Hey, donuts. You
not
might
a
as well-
fan. Not a
What?
fan.
Like
How about
cinnamon? Are you
how
kidding
about
me?
Not a
how about a
fan, really.
croissant? Will you eat a croissant?
A croissant. A croissant.
Like just with like cream cheese on it or
A
something like that.
scone? Are you a, bagel
Scone?
man?
Yeah, like a bagel, like bagel with just cream cheese or peanut butter. Yeah, for sure, I'll rock that. I'm more. I don't know, man, dude. I used to eat a lot of donuts and stuff like that, and honestly, at one point I just stopped eating them, and they
How about
just don't do it for me.
pancakes? Do you eat pancakes?
I'd rather have waffles for sure, but if it's pancakes, it's got to have all the chocolate
Well,
chips
what
and
if we
all
want
the
you to
whipped
make it
cream.
Okay, so you'll take a pancake. You won't eat a donut, but you'll take a pancake and turn it into a fucking dessert.
Basically,
Got it.
basically.
Hmm.
I like put bananas on the pancakes. That's good. I like that too.
Interesting.
I like bananas.
I don't know. I just ever since I became an adult, it's like, oh, I can eat whatever I want. So why not just eat what I like all the time? That just makes me a picky eater. Dinosaur chicken nuggets and macaroni and cheese and
There you go.
Because then you can like start to actually explore actual flavors, and then you'll learn to cook, and you'll abandon all that crap.
Bro, I've been a chef for half my life, so when I can just sit down and throw some dinosaur chicken nuggets in an air fryer and not have to cook, I'm chilling, bro. I like to grill. That's what I like to do. I don't bake. I can't bake. Anything with eggs, I always mess up.
Wow.
I do. I mess it up.
Eggs every day.
Durs, do you like cereal?
I do, but that's more of a late night, 2 or 3 in the morning type snack.
I like that you opened
Cheerios,
up with,
right?
I can cook everything except for these 8 things.
No, I can't
And then
bake.
you like
I can't
went
bake.
down a list of the stuff you can't
Just
do.
I just can't bake.
I
just can't bake.
I mean,
Right.
bacon.
I can
bacon's
use-
easy.
I can-
You just got
I
to
can
follow the directions.
I
That's
just
basically
do.
it.
I can't bake. I don't know what
Hey,
it
did
is.
you hear him listening to Rob telling him how to ship? He
Yeah,
can't
that's
do
true.
it.
Like omelets and stuff like that, all that's
That's
fine.
why he
but like
doesn't bake.
baking, I always mess something up, bro. I don't know what it is. Patience, maybe. I don't know.
I bet Rob makes good bread too.
I make great bread.
I knew it.
I have my sourdough starter, and I make sourdough bread, garlic infused bread, do all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Didn't doubt it.
Give me raw dough and some. I can make anything for
and
you, bro.
I cook it. I stopped using the oven, and I make it now out on the grill because the grill gets up to the proper temperature better, and you can also add. I can add the smoke to it while doing it, so you can make it in a wood oven type flavor to it.
I don't think I've ever had anything cooked over wood, other than like when I'm camping. Like I mean,
put-
not in
I
your
put
stuff.
wood-
Like
I
I've
put
cooked
wood
like hot
chips.
dogs and stuff like that while camping and all that. But actually, on my grill, I've only ever used charcoal.
We'll use sprinkle wood chips on the charcoal, bro.
Yeah,
I'm aware of like
Mhm.
sprinkling wood in there to get the little flavor to it. I mean, like actually like wood grilling though.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, it depends on what type of charcoal or what kind of.
I
a
imagine
couple things. One is it depends on what kind of grill you have.
Would it be
also-
hard? Is it hard to control the temperature?
No, because
Mm-mm.
you basically it's no different than using it on than it is with charcoal. And you can also do like most of the charcoal I use is like a hardwood coal charcoal, so it's already charcoal is.
I have an attachment on my grill that I put all like my wood chips in. That is basically just like a smoker attachment for it.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I'm a Jedi. I gave up attachments.
You can always just put wood chips in some aluminum foil. You can
Right.
Or for a long time, I put wood chips in an old Spam can and put that on the grill. It doesn't fucking matter.
Mhm.
Does it make your food smell like Spam or wood?
Wood.
Well, in less than 1 minute, the Pops mystery box
Quit
drops
telling people. Let me get mine first.
super limited. Only 9 of them. $50 bill gets you a 1 in 9 chance at the grand prize.
Damn you, Mark.
And I might want to get there fast because Becker's buying multiple.
Well, I'm getting one off the bat, and then we'll wait and see what happens. If these fools let them sit around, I'll buy another one.
I've got 10 o'clock on my end, so
Yeah, it's not there yet.
Make sure you do an unboxing, Becker, or somebody. I want to see what 40 books you get.
Oh, I gotta run. I gotta go to Romania.
Where the heck is it?
Romania? It's a far trip, bro.
Available now.
Yep.
Hopefully you'll be back for Heroes. We're counting on you to guide us the whole time. Be our Sherpa, bro.
Am I the first one there, Mark, on your end?
Becker likes comics. Claim number 4. There you go.
Well, I hope you have a great day, Rob.
All right, I claimed one.
love you,
Nice.
Rob. I'll see you later, bud.
Okay, Rob.
All right.
Take it easy.
We'll give it about 10 minutes to let people.
That's
And
fair.
then if
And I shared it out to the group chats that I that I'm heavily involved in. So if people want them, they'll grab them. Or if people aren't busy working with them, they'll grab them. Brian, what's new with you, man?
Not much, man. It's been a rough week. ER trip with kidney stones. So
Heard that. You feeling better?
yeah, so far so today
It's one of my
no pain.
worst, hands down, worst fears in life. As much pop and coffee I drink, that is one of my worst fears: is getting kidney stones. I hope I never have to experience that.
I've had them for like 30 years. So
That sucks, man. I couldn't imagine.
They just as much as I try to do stuff to prevent them, they just randomly happen and start moving around. And
have you done
so much pain? There's you have no other course but to go to the ER and get pain meds. So
like the sonic waves? My buddy got them before, and he sat in a pool.
Yeah, I've had that done like a dozen times.
Man, sucks.
I have one scheduled in 2 weeks.
How does a hedgehog help kidney stones?
What was that?
Sonic.
I understood that reference.
Oh,
yeah.
Crystal Light, believe it or not, I have to drink Crystal Light. There's something in it that helps with the stones that I
What's the flavor you take, though? Because I
What's
tried
that?
Crystal Light. What flavor do you take?
Just regular lemonade.
Yeah, I tried it.
Limit. You don't do tea?
I do. I don't drink coffee, so I drink, like, if I drink something, like, I'll drink hot tea or I'll drink like iced tea, but it doesn't. That's not good for.
I've never even heard of hot
stones.
tea.
What?
I don't like coffee. I
You
don't
see, around here, our tea comes from the well.
Sweet tea? Yeah.
Sweet tea. It's the only
My
kind.
tea comes from Kroger or an Arizona
Unsweet
can.
tea, but I think that means your well's gone bad. So I just put the bucket down there and scoop it up. And
Are there wells? Are there any wells in Long Island? I think I've seen maybe one or two. Are they?
There's people that have well water, not like a well like that a
Like
kid would
Timmy fell. Yeah, Timmy fell down the well.
Lassie, what are you doing?
Yes.
And if they are,
all right, I'll see you guys later.
Don't go anywhere, Mr. Syrup. Don't go anywhere.
Nicky Pancakes, how the hell are you?
What's up, guys?
Didn't even see you there.
Show me one.
Just like my wife, then.
I'm coming.
And that we're both dissatisfied by you.
I just posted something on CBC Awards Instagram, and I tagged Decor. I want to try to get some momentum going.
That's
Bro,
awesome.
we don't give a shit what you posted about the CBC Awards unless it's the goddamn nominations. Who won, Brian?
That's rough.
Well, hey, you want to stir things up with Decor? Tell him Jim Mint's in the lead right now. That'll get him fired up.
Or Whatnot, right? Something about Whatnot.
Whatnot and Clayton Crane collaborate on the new acetate.
There you go. You give him an
Being
answer.
dropped by Bryce Comics in conjunction with Cute Comic Tom. There, that dude. That should make his head explode.
Nick,
No,
will you
good
bring
amount of
Becker-
nominations coming in. A couple people, Nick, the comic nerd, just did his live. Mr.
Yes, he
Red
did.
Q was featured.
Love you, Nick.
Never
Nicky
enough.
Pancake,
Yes.
will you ring Becker on the bat phone or the Spidey phone?
I'm still waiting on the number. I've been checking.
Yeah, I
the
haven't
white
sent the
paper.
number yet.
The white
Because
paper-
I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to have you do a loyalty pledge or something that Legion can't have the number.
I don't want the number. I don't want the
Good.
number.
I don't want you to have it, so that's great.
I just want to verify the number. I just want to verify the number exists.
Glass.
I can guarantee it probably starts with a 900 though.
It's 816
It
actually.
definitely doesn't. It definitely doesn't start with a 900.
No good then. No good.
All right, boys. I'm going to hop out of here. Get ready for the day. Do my thing. Love you guys. I will see you guys What do we got? What are we down? Like
You in a
15 days?
563 area code back there?
15 days? I'll see you guys. Yeah, something like that.
14.
Not anymore. I live in an
13.
816.
Ooh, it's gonna be a long 13
But
days.
my cell phone is 563.
Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.
Take it easy,
Yeah, we'll be getting ready for the con in 13 days from
The
now.
last white pages listed number for Mike Becker ended in 84.
Anybody see Spider-Verse? Izzy,
Not
went,
this
right?
Mike Becker.
Yeah,
The
I'm
problem
going today.
is,
I'm going today.
Mark,
It definitely was because it's listed to Mike Becker and Jill Becker in least some.
and I'm not even trying to mess with you, dude.
No, I'm just
We
saying the
weren't
one
the
that was
only-
listed. I'm not saying like the correct one. I'm saying
And I get
correct
that. I'm just saying, Mike and Jill Becker, we weren't the only Mike and Jill Becker in Dubuque. That's how common the Becker name is.
That means you need to
so
tell
you're
Robin Banks.
so the one time we were in the same voting district as them too, and Jill went to vote, and like the old ladies like descended on her and accused her of voting fraud, and they were like, "We've already marked you off," and she's like, "Yeah, funny enough, we actually get this a lot. Like you're looking for the Pearl Street Jill Becker. I'm Drexel Jill Becker," and they're like, "We marked you off," and she's like, "Yeah, I understand that, but Pearl Street probably doesn't have a vote then."
Like True Romance, Drexel? Is that the one? Same one?
Yeah, we lived on Drexel.
Must be White Boy Day.
I understood that reference.
I know I'm pretty.
Tony Soprano was in that movie, wasn't he?
He was. Come on, baby, hit me. Hit me one time. Hit daddy one time. Then he got the corkscrew. Right to
He was thin, man, in that movie.
For an update, just checked 3 boxes were claimed off the rip. So there are 6 boxes left. 6.
You guys gonna make me do it?
Left.
Go for
How
it.
long is Spider-Man?
It is about 2:20.
Good God.
It's a long movie.
That's a long time to sit in that animation style for me.
That feels
The
unnecessary.
animation is insane though.
Yeah, but that's not a positive thing for me. I mean, it looks cool, but it's too erratic. It's jarring for me.
No, this one wasn't as bad, I don't think.
No, this one's good. Like it's a really good movie. Like it starts off. I'm not giving away anything, but it starts off with Gwen's story. So we're like Gwen's universe.
You just gave that away.
Well, that's a starting point. But what's cool is the
Spoilers,
color palette.
guys.
I'm not telling you what happened, but the color palette's amazing in Gwen's universe. It's
I'm
like
going to
these
tell
colors.
you, every single time, think of Spider-Gwen #1, Volume 1, Volume 2.
Yeah. Oh, they
I
read their
can't
comics.
stop thinking about it.
They read their comics. They did read their comics.
That's what I felt like every single time.
There's these cameos that you don't even see coming. There's some good cameos too.
In a Spider-Verse movie, it's hard to think that there's cameos you don't see coming when I just assume like they're just going to throw everything in the kitchen sink in it.
Well, when you see the cameos I'm talking about, you're like, oh, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I
So
know Empire Comics, he read one of the cameos that's in the movies.
That means it's not Spider-Man related. It has to be a
Oh,
cameo.
it is. It is Spider-Man related. But
You
it's
definitely
not
see
a
it.
Spider-Man type of cameo. Because they pretty much threw as many Spider-Man as they possibly could. If they could. But it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. It's a solid movie. And it leaves off a cliffhanger, I know that much. But
It was
it's
good.
It was really good. I don't know. A lot of people are saying it's better than the first one, but I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. I have to let it marinate a little bit to make that feeling. But
I've heard,
I do love the
I've
first
heard
one.
I've heard it go both ways, and then some people that cop out and say it's just different. It's just different.
Yeah, it's not the same movie. It's definitely not the same movie. But I'm surprised how good they made the Spot. He's funny, but they made him. They did a good job with the Spot.
Who does the voice for him?
Schwartzman.
Jason Schwartzman, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's good. Spider Punk was cool. I like what they did with Spider Punk.
I had a hard time understanding him though. His accent was pretty thick.
Yeah, that was this guy. What's his name?
Daniel
Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Get out.
He played the guy in Nope, and he was also in Black Panther.
Yeah. So the first one, he wasn't in the second one. So you got that guy. What do you thought about Scarlet Spider?
I had a hard time figuring out who the voice was, but then
you didn't know who it was?
It was Andy Samberg. Yeah,
Andy Samberg. He was
Samberg. Oh, that's funny.
But he was playing it like Nick Cage in a weird way.
Yeah. I can say like the first one, it is different. I kind of like this one better. I thought the stories were better and the cast of supporting characters was more interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With the first one, just the animation and everything, you had no expectations going into the first one, so it was kind of blew me away. But the expectations this time around, I thought it was great. I thought the story was really good. I just thought maybe it kind of dragged a little bit towards the middle and the end, but I wasn't disappointed.
Mark, I sent you a message.
I agree. I think there was it didn't really need to be 2.5. I think maybe if it was just 2, it would have been fine. But I understand why they did it, especially for animation, man, and the animation side of things, man. That's a lot of animation. When you see this animation, they're definitely winning the Oscar. That's definitely going to be a big fix, Best Picture Oscar. There's no other movie like it. So they outdid themselves in comparison to the last movie. So you got that. Next week is Transformers. Anybody seen that thing?
Week after is
I plan on seeing that one.
I'll probably watch it Sunday. And then after that is Flash. Beckerman, you saw Flash, right?
Yep. A couple weeks ago.
And your thoughts? Just thoughts.
I liked it. It's going to be a blockbuster.
Yeah.
People are going to go nuts for it. It wasn't without its flaws, but and I don't know what ending I got. So the ending I was shown might not be the final ending.
Oh.
And I didn't see the after credits. So it's hard to give and I suspect there was some stuff in the opener that I saw that hadn't been finished with the CGI that they might yank out. Because at least in my
keeping that scene in the movie though. So
they are keeping that scene.
They definitely are.
They might switch it up a little bit from the version I got.
I know you don't watch trailers, but like even in the newest TV spots, that scene has like scenes in the trailer.
Okay. Well then, I don't know.
Are you guys doing that?
It's not written in stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it there too. That'll be the second time I see it, and at that point it'll have been a month since I saw it last, so that's a good amount of time.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have a big old tub of popcorn in my lap, so you might be distracted.
Well,
I would like to get to the bottom of that caper.
You all need to get to the bottom.
Hey-o.
It's going to be a short bucket.
Sounds like somebody's going to get to my bottom.
You need extra small. One of those bags that they give.
Bags on be mushed down.
Extra small bucket, extra buttery popcorn.
Small bag, lots of butter.
Oh, lots of butter.
Oh, God.
I appreciate you coming on here, Nick, and turning this so disgusting all of a sudden. Thank you.
Yeah, no,
we were talking about fat guys before.
We're talking about fat guy shit, and then
Yeah. You put your hand in the butter, and when it comes out dripping.
When Mikey Syrup is around, that's what happens.
Oh, syrup and pancakes over here. Nicky Pancakes is a great nickname for you, though. Just rolls off the tongue.
So, you ever heard of Jackie O? Wildin' Out?
No.
I don't know
what that is.
Wildin' Out. There's a show. They just announced that she passed away. That sucks. 32.
I saw where they just announced that the guy from that 70s show is going to prison.
Oh, yeah?
2 counts of rape.
He's found guilty on 2 counts of that's not okay.
Hyde. Character who plays Hyde, right?
It's called pulling a 1/50th Cosby.
Oh, jeez.
You can't go 1/50th Cosby.
You can't go 1 anything Cosby.
She was
Yeah.
cute, too.
Yeah, she was 32, man. That sucks.
That's actually a hilarious show.
And then that's the same PayPal you guys always use, right, Mark?
Yeah.
You just want to get it paid for.
So I guess he's not coming back to the new show.
Live streaming from his prison cell.
Yeah. Well, the rumor from the new show. Yeah, anybody watch that 90s show, the new show? I saw it. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad. There's the next door neighbor girl. They're rumored that that's his daughter, but they never really truly revealed it. So.
Meh.
All right. Work is calling. Okay, gotta go, guys.
Put hashtag We Are Legion in before you go.
Oh yeah, let me do that. Let me get that in there. I got a really cool giveaway for Monday though.
Did you change your PayPal? Is it not Movie Man anymore?
It is definitely the same thing. There's stuff in front of it, and I'm not going to say it out loud because it's
Right. Just send it to me. I'm having a hard time over here.
I'm gonna show you the giveaway.
Just put it in the chat.
I'll show you my giveaway for Monday. Without a green screen.
It's a see-through. Huh?
It's a see-through. It's a nice see-through cover.
Whoa!
Huh?
That's an exclusive.
Yeah, it's actually a Jenny Prison. Let me put it without the Jenny. I know people.
Like I know they made the first print was an error, was really dark. I didn't know it was that dark.
But this is the this is the Jenny Prison cover. I think it's nice. And of course, you got the CG, you got the COA signature. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, we got that. So that's gonna be one of my getaways for Monday.
Has she ever done a bad cover?
Yes, she has.
All right, Mark, we're good.
Everyone's putting in the hashtag meow. All right, Izzy, you have a good one, man.
Later, guys. See you around.
You got somebody else backstage, Mark?
Yeah, but he can just keep his ass back there.
Oh.
Oh,
go in there.
All right.
You son of a bitches.
All right. I gotta go wash my hair.
Later, guys.
All right, Izzy.
Used to have those ticks in your pubes, Nick.
What?
Wow. No, I just wanted to hop on really quick just to plug in the mix tonight. First of all, say hi to everybody that's on the panel. What's up, gentlemen? You handsome gentlemen. And then all the beautiful people in the chat. In the mix tonight, I'm working my damnedest to finish this room and set it up. There's gonna be like one of those down to the wire things in the mix. So giving away that PlayStation 5 tonight for Link Squad member.
Hashtag discless.
You ungrateful motherfucker. I'm sorry for the language.
Hashtag disc life ain't no joke.
You can't let the trolls get to you, DJ.
Let me ask you. Let me ask Mark. A matter of fact, what is a disc?
I think it's like a high tech Nintendo cartridge, right?
No. Nobody uses those things anymore.
So I just assumed if I win, I'm going to take my Fight Forever disc and just tape it to the side, then turn it on and go from there. Just to try to bridge the learning curve for me.
So this is a discless PS5. So it's like a Unix.
So if a gaming console doesn't have a disc, is it still a gaming console?
No, honestly, if I had the choice, if I didn't have that one already, I would definitely go discless.
Now, Nick, if I win,
you discless loser.
I win this discless console. Can I ship you a brand new one and trade you for yours that has a disc slot? And can you load some games on it ahead of time for me?
So if you're loading games,
I'm just fucking with you, DJ.
No, I was gonna say then why have a disc?
I'm just repeating shit y'all have said to me about how you play games on it with loading games. I don't have a fucking clue how to work it.
This is the first giveaway I'm gonna rig for Mark not to win.
Probably for the best. I'll end up breaking it, trying to plug stuff into it.
Please don't pause the giveaway wheel. and look for your name. It might not be on there.
If I
I'm really excited for the possibility of winning because, like I told y'all, I got big plans to actually play some new games.
Actually, I'm gonna bring my faceplates to Heroes Con so Austin can draw on it. Then
what the fuck are faceplates?
The white plates on the side come off.
If I win, it will be. Wow. I promise. The most epic unboxing of a gaming console you've ever seen.
Oh shit!
It's gonna be
I just
fantastic.
want to throw this out there one time too. The Pops mystery boxes are live. There's 5 left. It's $50 ship. He's got them packed full of books, and there's one grand prize 9.8 Lucio Perillo Thanos slab in there. And put hashtag We Are Legion in the chat because we're giving one away right now.
Oh wow!
That Thanos slab is actually absolutely phenomenal. That's one of my favorite covers.
Yeah, number 3 is tell your dad it's number 3 to give to the. I want 4 for me.
So just for context, that's what the slab looks like.
Okay, Infinity Wars Prime, right? Number 1.
Yes, Infinity Wars Prime. Number 1, the Lucio Perillo Virgin variant. I don't know if they did a trade dress variant. I doubt it.
I don't think they did.
A cover like that, you don't cover up.
All right, I'm here just to win this box, and then I got bounce.
All right, well, let's spin it then. We got 22 entered. If you haven't entered yet already, you might be shit out of luck. I'm about to spin it. Get hashtag We Are Legion in there. This is only shipping to the U.S. This is only shipping to the U.S. If you're not in the U.S. and you win, you're shit out of luck, unfortunately. Not my giveaway. I'm just running it. So here we go. Let's see what continental U.S. resident won this.
Send it to Brooklyn, baby.
Congrats to Beckerman, the person who just donated this mystery box.
Maybe this is a sign. Maybe I win the PS5 today.
All right, do it again.
That's definitely a sign. All right, he wants to do it again. We're going to do it again. So this will be the second mystery box he gives away.
This is for number 4.
This is still for number 3. There you go. Send number 3 to Izzy. I tell you, I wants that number 4.
So congrats to Izzy.
That number 4 is my lucky number as well, sir.
So we're sending one to Izzy for everybody else.
Mark,
win. Yeah, for everybody else who didn't win, hit the link in the chat. I think I pinned it in the chat. I believe I did. And go check out those boxes.
That's awesome. That was an awesome giveaway.
Heck yeah.
And Remy, they are full of books. So that would be a challenging chainsaw unboxing for you.
Well, it's only challenging if you care if you damage the books.
Yeah, that's true. You can just go straight down the middle, see what happens.
That's the best. That's the best way to open a box of books. I keep telling Remy, right down the middle.
Yeah, Izzy, it's already paid for and everything, my man. Just shoot Pops your address. I'm assuming you follow Pops at it. Just let him know where you want it sent.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to pop in, say hi in the mix tonight. PlayStation 5 giveaway. There's still time to join the Link Squad. I haven't put together.
In the mix is where I'll be tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. After a brief hiatus.
Damn.
Happy to
he
get
didn't
back
sound like he wants me as a supporter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I was trying to come up with a funny remark. Dude, it is fucking hot. I am sweating my balls off at home. It is
same
hot.
thing he says
dying.
when I'm like, hey,
yeah.
DJ, can I buy a shirt my size?
Becca's gonna be watching it as well, so
Yeah,
you know.
I tried to.
All right, I apologize. All right, I'm out. Peace, guys.
4 boxes
See you, buddy.
left. Another one just got claimed. 4 boxes left. 1 in 9 chance. I'm got a lot of shit to do today, so I'm just trying to push these while I have a moment to help Pops out.
Roscoe, what are you working on there?
I am working on a commission for a community member.
He's selling some art and buying some Pops box.
Yeah, I'm trying. If anybody wants to buy my artwork,
you should show people your artwork. Because there might be people in this chat. We got 25 watching. For those that don't know, Roscoe here is a phenomenal artist here in our community. I see a Terminator Johnny Bravo back there. That's probably my favorite piece I've ever seen you do. I don't think I noticed that before.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Terminator Johnny Bravo.
I did this on the show the other day for Garbage Pail Kids. I did a man bat and I had his face sewn to like a Bruce Wayne. So Bat Boy Bruce.
Nice.
So I got that. Yeah, I have this Terminator Johnny Bravo that I did
That's
on
the
the show.
cartoon that we deserved right there. That looks like it did so well.
Shout out to the guest that I had on, which was Kyle Stram.
I remember that stream.
Yeah. So I actually just got a package from him. He just sent me the artwork that he did on the show.
So what's the price of a piece like that? The Johnny Bravo, the one you're working on as a commission?
Well, the commission I'm working on is a cover. So if you just want the front of a cover, it's 80. If you want the whole wraparound, it's 100.
And how much for the Michael Scott pillow?
Nothing. It's priceless, and no one's ever getting that.
Prison Mike.
I've tried already.
I'm going to keep shooting my shot. It's something about like when someone else has something they're not willing to sell. You know, like Tyler's T-shirt, Porter's Hides Dignity, that pillow.
Scott's not willing to sell that.
No, like, we got him to come up off it.
We got like 3 for 3 there.
Like cocaine Yogi Bear.
Yep.
No, the thing that gets me about Roscoe's artwork, it's not the artwork, which is amazing. It's always the idea behind it. It's always fantastic idea.
I got Homer, Bart,
that's great,
Galactus, and Silver Surfer. Yeah, you know.
Roscoe, Izzy said you coming Thursday for the sketchy show?
I actually am. I will be there.
So for those that don't know, Izzyverse
was there a sketchy show last night?
I don't believe so. I think he did the movie, right?
Yeah, no, he didn't do it last night. It's going to be like every like 2 weeks or monthly. I think he is trying to determine. But I have a lot of my artwork right here. Actually, this is crazy. I have check this out. This is when everybody was saying Station, and I did the. It was for Halloween.
Still saying Station.
Bill and Ted. Station. Yeah.
I think those guys still say it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
That's the official greeting.
My Darkwing Duck, and I want to have signed by Jim Cummings. That'd be really cool.
Sorry, Jim. What?
Red Wilma instead of Red Sonia.
See, that's fantastic.
Here's a My Pet Roscoe. I just did this. Was fun. This is just Quail Man.
Quail Man.
Here's Baba Louie, if anyone remembers him, but it's Spider-Man 2099.
That's awesome.
This one's a fun one. This was Mr. Freeze as the icy polar bear.
Oh, that's great.
That was fun.
Time to chill.
Yeah. Reptar cereal. I did what's his name? Bebop as Spider Ham.
Yeah.
The Amadeus Cho up behind you.
Oh yeah. I have Something's Killing the Children, or Something's Killing the Futurama with what's her name? Leela. Yeah, oh, this one's pretty cool too. I liked how I did my signature with the blood on the axe.
Yeah, that's dope.
That was fun. Yeah, I have yeah, I still have a ton of this artwork that's not sold, so these are all just chilling, hanging out here. So, but yeah, if anyone's interested in anything, hit me up. I mean, Oh, and then I love this one too.
Oh, Monterey Jack.
And then I put my signature is in the R&R Rescue Rangers. So, but
that's awesome.
Jeez. Oi, Zipper. All right.
Cheers.
Oh, and then that was for AAPI. When we had Alex on, so I did Russell from Up, and he's transformed into the Hulk. So
that one's really good too.
But I can't show you what I'm working on right now because the person has no idea, and I have a feeling they may watch this show. But yeah, but I'm gonna see him at Heroes Con, and I'm gonna give it to him there, and he has no idea. Oh, now he does.
Now,
shit. Can we edit this out?
You can, but he's not going to.
Yeah. No, I don't know if he's going to watch it, but I mean, I can. I mean, yeah. I just want to risk it.
Yeah, I've got 3 pieces of Roscoe artwork. I think I may need another.
Hey, just let me know, man. Just let me know. Actually, if anybody is interested, guess what? This I'm going to let everyone know. Between the Lines, this Monday, we have Nick, the comic nerd. Shout out to Nick. And we're doing an appreciation night. I'm going to give away a piece of artwork that I've done. Something that I actually showed today. So I'm not going to tell you which one until you win it. But the only way that you can get entered into winning this picture is you have to do an at-home edition. You have to do an at-home artwork edition and submit it in.
Nice.
So, do you guys have the theme yet?
We actually do, and it's going to be. I think it's going to be awesome. It's Mario Universe, but as your favorite character. Like, say you can make Superman as Mario, or you can make Wolverine as a Mario character. You know what I mean? So,
I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's correctly pronounced Mario.
Oh, Mario.
Also, Roscoe, how much does it cost to get you to do a cover of a pillow with Michael Scott drawn on
it? Well, we'll talk about it. We'll talk. Actually, you know what's funny about that pillow too? It's one of those ones that has the sequence, and it goes and
hey,
hello. It's the one where you can make his face disappear, or you can make it reappear.
Why would you ever want that face to disappear?
I don't. That's why I leave it up there.
I think we need a Roscoe Prison Mike print, maybe like a limited print.
Oh man, it's funny. I as much as I love The Office, I really have not drawn like anything from The Office. And I'm like, I always go, what the hell's wrong with me? But oh shoot, I was gonna show one. Oh man, you know what?
Guys, I gotta bounce. There is a swimsuit emergency at the swim meet. So I gotta go.
Oh no!
Someone's hanging down by the pool. Nick's out.
Make sure you tie it tight.
Love you guys.
All right, Nick, take it easy.
All right, Nick, take care, brother.
All right, I'm heading out as well. I think I might try to sneak in that movie before I have to.
I'm keeping it short today. I've got a lot of run-ins around to do. I'm working.
Let's just get out of here.
So we're about to bail. About to go run through the shower, get dressed.
Got one more piece.
Oh no, it's okay. I can't find it. It's all right. No. It's somewhere in this mess of craziness. But yeah, it was a Tina Belcher. You guys probably seen it already. I posted it. But it's her as man, I can't believe I don't have it here. I did this.
We can't believe you did this to us, Roscoe.
I'm so sorry.
You have failed this.
Well,
you made a fool out of us.
Drag. You're embarrassing me in company.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. Sorry, guys.
All right, just check out between the lines if you want to see what it looks like. Nice team there, Roscoe. You dick. I appreciate everybody hopping on. Hope everyone has a fantastic day.
Why
And
do I come here? Why do I show up here?
Mystery boxes on Pop's Attic on Instagram. The link to Pop's Attic is in the description, and I think there's a link in the live chat. There's only 4 or 5 boxes left. Don't miss out on your chance. Don't say you weren't warned. And until next time, as always, we are Legion.